Well, I think we turned the mics on to just say hi because the whole show is falling apart in front of your eyes as we celebrate 5 years on satellite radio today.
Oh, shit. Is it 5 years today?
Yesterday, technically.
Wow.
So we were going to have a big to-do about that today. I wake up. I'm still sick, which I'm calling it the trout flu at this point. Stupid Bobby and his fly fishing. I've been sick ever since. Standing in 55-degree water as it pours on you.
With a compulsive overeater who smokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to fight self-hatred at every turn.
Jimmy, don't be funny today because it hurts to laugh. And I've been sick since last Wednesday. Took Thursday off. Came in Friday. I don't even remember doing radio Friday. I don't remember because I was sicker on Friday than I was the day I took off. Then I spent the weekend kind of recuperating, but as you can hear, I'm still completely clogged.
Yeah, you do sound a bit stuffy.
I'm lightheaded, dizzy, feel like I'm going to fall over. And I got to get scoped today for my acid reflux, so I can't eat or drink anything, so I'm a fucking mess.
And you're really pleasant when you don't eat. People don't know that.
I know.
Half of the breakdowns that have happened on this show have been because the eggs are 3 minutes late.
You know, Jimmy kind of makes a good point. Half of my outbursts could have been handled by having a little Jell-O.
Yeah, you don't need medication. You just need a little bit of sugar.
Right. I just need to eat 2 or 3 hours, every 2 or 3 hours, and I'm fine. So then I decided to come in today, and I go, you know what? And we do this from time to time. I'll take you inside a little bit. There are times one of us aren't up to par. Jimmy might be really tired because of a red eye, or we're doing spots the night before, or Anthony's a little under the weather, or I'm under the weather. So we kind of ride the other two. We kind of come in here and we kind of just kind of hang out and let the other guys do all the heavy lifting. So I had that intention today. I'm like, I'll come in. I'll push a few buttons. I'll pick some good phone calls. Maybe I'll get a line or two in. But mostly I'll just sit back and enjoy the humor that is Anthony and Jimmy. So I come in today, and I'm feeling like crap. I've been in the bathroom for like a half hour, and all of a sudden Kenny and Steve come running down the hall in a complete panic. I'm like, oh, what? And they're like, Anthony's not coming in. He needs to talk to you immediately. So I guess I broke that news. Anthony's not here today. So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I called him. He's really sick. So he's got what I got. So now Bobby has infected me with the trout flu, which has now infected Anthony with the trout flu.
And thanks to me running Dick Wild through Craigslist for 10 years, I'm immune.
If I was you, I'd run away now.
Oh, almost nothing gets me sick.
So then I go, well, that sucks. But, I mean, you know, we're now comfortable doing the show with different combinations. I think the faithful listeners understand that. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm not feeling up to it, but, well, we got Jimmy. Jimmy obviously strong and ready to go. And I go, Bill Burr's coming in. Because Bill was in town for the Stress Factor. I heard that did very well, by the way. Always does, Vinny's Club. And Steve goes, Bill Burr's sick, too. So Bill Burr has the trout flu as well because he was here Friday. So he caught the trout flu.
Isn't he? He's still in town, though. He's doing town hall or something for, I don't know when. That's not this week, right?
No. He just decided to stay an extra day so he could do the radio show. Because he misses us. Now that he lives in L.A., he doesn't get to do the shows often.
Hope right now he's listening, like lying on his pillow, vomiting into a bucket, like he's so sick that he can't lift his head off the pillow. Right. That stupid red hair all messy.
And, I avoided everybody, so now I feel guilty like I got everyone sick. But people are trying to shake my hand and do that fucking handshake, half-hug thing. I'm like, nah. Yeah. And I was, like, doing fake air taps. Like, here, I'll do a fist tap in the air, but we won't touch. So Bill Burr's not in. So then it's me and Jimmy, and then E-Rock's in a panic running around with his fatness going, I'll get a worse stuff together. So then me and Jimmy are sitting here debating, and we're going to at least start the show. We're here, so we figured we'd say hi.
Yeah, we have to.
And then we'll probably have to seg into a worse stuff. Because without food, I can't even have coffee.
Can you rinse your mouth out and just spit? That's all you can do.
I would like to do that because of all the Sudafed and everything else trying to dry me out. I am so dry right now. I need liquid.
Are you nervous about getting knocked out?
Huh?
Are you nervous?
I've never been knocked out before.
That's
for
amazing
anything.
to me.
I've been a healthy boy.
But I mean, not even for like just routine stuff or any type of a break or anything.
No, nothing. Wow. No, so a little propofol today, a little scope down the old throat, and that's that.
Propofol is fine.
Yeah, stupid.
Didn't
ass
hurt Michael
reflux.
Jackson.
No, I know that. They're like, don't pay attention to those stories about Michael Jackson. This drug is very safe. Blah blah blah.
It is. He was just taking it as milk. He said to sleep.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, you're gonna love it. You're gonna doze off, and then all of a sudden it's finished.
I'm not even worried about that. I mean, it's at 12:45. I'm thirsty. My lips are freaking dry.
But can't you eat up until 6:45, or is it 8 hours?
I snuck a little protein smoothie in, and like I chugged a bottle of water on my way in, but that's not enough. I'm so fucking dry. Yeah. I need fluids. I need probably like 10 bottles of water, a couple of Gatorades today. I need my coffee.
They just don't want you puking when they do.
No,
That's all it is.
I couldn't tell you the last time I went without drinking coffee. It's been, I don't know, years.
Yeah.
Every day I have to have at least one. So we're here to just say hi, and we'll see how far we can take it at least.
And we're looking at the headlines, and we're like, all right, it's Jocktober. The Post says Dave's got love trouble. Show will go on in the Daily News. Letterman's in trouble. How do we not at least come on and talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, Letterman's... Well, I do want to talk about you, first of all. It's got to be lame for you. You're out there doing Leno on Friday, and you come back to this sick ward.
No, hey, I don't care. It's like it was fun, man. It was
fucking Leno loves you, bro.
He's good. Yeah, I go back out Wednesday. I'm doing another actual piece on Thursday.
Are you doing? Can we say which one you're doing? Or you want it to be a surprise?
Let me find out. I won't say it now. Let me find out from them if I'm allowed to say it beforehand, because they might not want me saying it before.
I could say this much. It's a bit you developed right here on this radio show.
Absolutely. It is something I've done on the radio show.
It's something that you did out of nowhere and been honing ever since.
Yep.
And the first time you did it, it was a massive home run.
And I've been cleaning it up and straightening it out. And it's like anything else. When you do something 10 times, 15, 20 times, it's like it becomes automatic. And it's like, fuck, right. I don't feel alive with this.
Yeah.
So I changed the order last night. And I changed the order last night, and it actually worked great, so I'm very happy.
Very cool.
Ted the panelist. Hey, Jay, did you hear about Dave? His ties in a bunch. Nothing.
Nothing. Exactly. I got to move backwards. Scott from Hot Pod goes, "Oh, you were knocked out before." And he reminds me of the basketball court incident.
I actually thought of that when you said you'd been knocked out.
No, I got knocked out. Yeah, that was, I forgot about that. You used the N-word and at the wrong time. You will, that will happen to you.
Yeah.
So what's up with Stephen Baldwin? I'm watching Leno. He's a douche. Maybe you don't have to say nothing.
Oh, I would. Believe me, if he was a douche, I'd trash him.
When you did the prostitution joke about the 2016 Olympics going to Rio, and he's like, "Well, I disagree with that, Jim." Because I guess he's a Christian boy
he's
now?
He's a born-again Christian. He has a little bit of puppet mouth, I noticed at the end. Like, he looks like someone's working his head with a stick. He's like, oh, I don't know. But he's actually... I'd never met him until we did test shows with the same panel to try it out when I was out there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so he was going to bounce something off me, and he comes in. He was actually really nice to me. He's like, he brings his friends in to meet me, and he's like, I might want to bounce something off you if that's okay. And it didn't wind up happening. But he's like just this conservative guy who doesn't like Obama. It's like that's kind of like his way, but right. he's not being a dick. If he was like that, like off, I would be like, what a dick.
Yeah.
But he's actually he was so literal. There was one joke that we did in one of the test shows, right, where it was I've never wanted O&A fans there so bad because the test shows they were talking about was pot being sold legally. Mm-hmm. And I made some joke about how I want it only sold in vending machines so it's available for high school students. And I was kidding. And he goes, well, Jim, I have to disagree with you. And I was like, what a master Poe moment that was. I never wanted to go, perhaps.
Right.
So I think sometimes
he really thought you were saying it for real?
Yeah, he's like literal Stephen, I think. He takes it a little bit literally.
Yeah,
but
that's ridiculous.
He was pleasant. They were all very... Meghan McCain was very nice. I was very happy about that. She was almost the fucking first daughter.
Wait, what?
She's John McCain's daughter.
The blonde?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I didn't even make that fucking connection.
Oh, yeah.
She runs a website or a blog?
She blogs, yeah.
That's McCain's daughter?
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, that's all right. She might not have made the connection.
Did Jay Leno say that? John McCain's daughter?
No.
She looks like a porn star.
Yeah. She's sexy. She's
really sexy.
She's nice too. It's like she gets beat up a lot because she blogs, and it's like when you're on that level.
Right.
But she was sweet.
I don't remember seeing her during the campaign. Did
Yeah,
they
she was
kind of
on.
hide her?
No. She was. Let me see a picture of her.
Wow. Where have I been? I don't remember seeing her at all. I really thought she was some kind of porn star that blogs.
No.
That and her blog site got successful.
It was no, that's what Ariana's got the blog.
I know.
And
She
apparently
won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, she chats a little bit, but
And we like her. I mean, she
yeah.
gives us she gives us some nice ink on her website. But man, it's like let Jimmy speak a little bit there, will you?
yeah, it's a weird panel thing because we only have 8 minutes. It's not like tough. It seems like we all just get in like one line about each subject, and I don't want to trample all over everybody. It's like they'll find the rhythm and what they feel works. It's like that's the way the show's doing right now, just finding the rhythm and seeing what works. And
Yeah, I respect that about Leno. He's trying all sorts of different things, seeing what's going to work and what's not. That's kind of brave.
yeah,
It looks like the network is obviously behind him.
100% behind him.
To allow him to go, well, I'm going to try this bit tonight, and I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to go back to this bit because it seems to be working now.
Dude,
So-
some stuff will work. It's like anything else. Some stuff won't work. It'll fall by the wayside. It's like I respect the fact that if he wanted to, he could do whatever he wants.
Right.
He could do the Tonight Show, but earlier.
Right.
He could really hurt Conan by doing that. And that's not what he wants to do. He wants to fucking really do something different. But you got to try a million things before you find out the ones that really work.
Yeah, sure.
So it was really weird because I heard that Meghan McCain's mother was going to be there during one of the test shows, and but there's Ariana Huffington has certainly not been nice to the McCains, so it was always awkward to watch those two talking. But they're nice to each other. It's amazing how people are. Like I'm sure she would blast John McCain.
Sure.
And Meghan McCain was nice about it, but it's like, how do you not say, hey, asshole? That's my dad you're talking
Yeah, no
about.
kidding. Let's go at it here.
I was certainly hoping he'd show up. We could pal around. I need some important friends.
So I'm looking at the headlines. Andrea Pizer, what is she? She writes for the Post,
She does, yeah. She's a columnist for the New York
and
Post.
she wants Letterman to be fired over what we found out about him last week.
What is she doing?
Why?
She's just a nerd.
Why is anyone surprised this has been going on?
Dude, he's Letterman. It's like, I said on stage last night, I was like, am I the only one who likes Dave even more now? And some of the women were like, oh. I'm like, shut up. Why do you think you get in show business?
Yeah.
It's to meet chicks.
I'm telling Leno that you're wearing a late night hoodie today.
I'll tell Jay it was only in case I got hit that I would be in the street and not sully his good name by being run over. Jay needs to give me a warm sweatshirt and I'll wear that.
I'm like, what's wrong with you, Jimmy? He walks in with the big late night hoodies that we all got when we did Letterman.
Well, you got to show some kind of support. I mean, network rivalries aside, the guy's in the fucking, he's in a pinch right now, and you got to kind of show support.
You might have to respect Letterman a little bit.
He's a guy. It's like, come on. He's not like he was. The girls are not underage, and he wasn't married. I heard it all stopped before he got married and had his kid.
Yeah.
So it's like-
Of course Letterman's having sex. Everyone's having sex.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Everyone. And they're saying he had some kind of, love den upstairs?
Yeah, apparently it's
But
like
that's because they redid the whole place for him. Of course he's going to have some kind of place where he can mellow out.
he drives in. They said very late because he goes away I think to Montana, and he comes back in on Sundays. He'll probably drive in 2 or 3 in the morning. He doesn't want to fucking deal with traffic. He probably sleeps till like 10 or 11, and then he sees the Stangl brothers and whoever else comes in. It's smart.
He goes to Montana every weekend?
I think he goes a lot. Yeah, he has a ranch out there.
I thought he used to have a place in Connecticut.
He
too.
does. He lives in Connecticut.
Okay. So he lives in Connecticut. He has a place in Montana. And then he has the sex den.
It's probably honestly, it's probably just a crash. It's probably like one of the top floors that has like the fucking angled roof.
Yeah.
Like the top base, the
Yeah.
ceiling will have the angle on it.
Sure.
That's probably what he has.
So who cares? It was a place to kind of crash and have sex if he got the opportunity. Yeah. Yeah, that shit happens.
It's what he's supposed to do, but she wants him fucking fired.
And it seems like 2 women have, the one woman hasn't really come out.
Who's the other one? I've only heard of Stephanie Burkett.
An intern from the early 90s from NYU
Oh, really?
who dated Letterman secretly, and she said, I fucking loved the guy. Loved him. Would have married him.
Yeah.
So they're not trashing David at all.
Right.
Seems like he was kind of like, dating these women on the side there.
Poor bastard. I'm just thinking about his at home. Oh, how unpleasant that's got to be for a few weeks.
She's got to know.
Oh my God, yeah. His
No, I mean, she had to know.
hard to say, dude. You live in a different state.
Yeah.
He's got legitimate reasons to be here.
Right.
It's like I've cheated when I had no reasons.
Right.
Like when you're like, I'm writing for the show. We're going. I'm arguing with a producer.
Right.
There's nothing a woman can say about that. It's like he had
Yeah.
the pretty built-in excuses.
But it's not like the women are saying he was a pig or anything.
Yeah.
It looks like, Letterman's the man. Treats him right. So why is Pizer yelling and screaming that he should be fired?
I don't know. She must not like him. I don't know what she's.
I haven't read the article yet, to be honest with you. I was obsessing on how I could get some fucking fluid in my mouth.
Here's what she started. It says, dump
Can I have a sponge?
Dump to Brave Dave now.
Yeah.
CBS has got to dump David Letterman right now. And she's like, if the Tiffany I don't know if we want to read the whole thing. I'll read what they highlighted. If the Tiffany Network continues to coddle this crotchety king of late night, it will rightly be known as the destination choice of any girl who jiggles giggles, and puts out repeatedly for a man old enough to be her father. Oh, she must be a Palin supporter. I'll bet you she's a conservative Palin supporter and probably doesn't like the war he had with Palin.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense then.
But this is annoying. Dave must go. If not, CBS will have lost any remaining shred of credibility, not to mention common decency. Why?
Yeah, exactly why.
Why, you idiot?
What is the problem here? What, if the women want to have sex with a crotchety old man, as she puts it, then so be it.
He's 6'5". He's probably all cock. How could you not want to bang him if you're a girl?
They want that big, huge Letterman penis.
Absolutely. He's a legend.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. You think our boys are doing all right over there today?
Oh, they're probably just sprinkling out eggshells. Nobody wants to say anything remotely wrong.
Oh, my God. And they're taping tonight.
Yeah, he's right.
Letterman said he's not going to say much more on this, but he's got to. He's got to keep going with this. I mean, everyone's going to be watching Letterman tonight. I feel sorry for Conan and the rest of them. No one's going to be watching, the other guys.
I love the fact that he came. Dave uses his show in a way that you probably should use your show. It's like you do your gig, and he came out and he goes, "Look," and he fucking just told what happened. He made it kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it's like, what a great platform to have to just come right out. It's like he's got that reputation with people where when there's a problem, he just comes out and addresses it.
It's smart.
You
got to stay ahead of it.
And I heard Conan wouldn't comment on it. Of course, Jay made fun of it.
Why didn't Conan comment?
I don't know how it came up. So I only read that Drew Carey made a joke, and Conan was like,
he said no comment or something,
but,
yeah.
Maybe he was saying that to be funny. I don't know.
No. I mean, how I read it over the weekend, he was avoiding it big time.
I wonder why.
That's very interesting. Maybe because Conan knows a thing or two about it.
Maybe, yeah. Because Jay came, I didn't see Leno's monologue, but apparently he had fucking lined it. If you came here looking to have sex with a talk show host, you came to the wrong studio. Like, yeah, right. Of course, he comes right out and makes fun of it.
No, what was Leno's joke? He said, I haven't had sex with any of my staff members, and one of the band members threw his...
Oh, yeah, the guy,
threw his drumsticks down and marched off set all pissed off.
Yeah, it's funny. The black dude, right? Yeah, the drummer.
And maybe Conan's got interns lining up. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to comment. So what else does this Pizer say?
She skips through a little bit, and she's like, this is a full-grown adult who made grown-up choice. And he chose to sleep with junior staffers rather than take the standard route and walk to the corner bar to conduct a sad, ordinary affair. Instead, he's working out some twisted Freudian issues on dewy-eyed underlings. Ugh. She's trying so hard to be this scathing writer, and it's like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
The guy's a guy. He didn't molest kids. He had sex with all right, it's not the brightest move, but come on. It's what men do. He's a powerful guy. I wonder if she attacks all men who do this, like conservatives or I wonder if it's all guys or just certain guys.
And I see nothing wrong with it because, especially because this happened before he got married. The guy openly admitted, that he didn't want to be married again. He was married when he was very young, right?
Yeah.
And then went decades without being married. And obviously he was, just kind of having a good time.
Was he married? I just said yeah, and I didn't even know if I was right.
Yeah, he was married.
I didn't know that, actually.
He was married, before he made it. A long, long time ago. It didn't work out. And then it's legendary that he just never wanted to get married again. So when he finally did get married this past March, people were like, whoa, okay. He's finally settling down, as they like to say. What does that mean? That means I'm not going to be running around with interns anymore, or other women.
Look, I'm sure he loves the woman he's with. I mean, it's hard when you're that. And I'm not saying it's right, but when you're that famous, he's as famous as like a lamp. It's like you just Letterman. It's like people, you could just say Letterman. Anyone in the country knows who you mean and what he does.
Right.
And for a guy that famous, it's fucking. If that's all you've done in a few years, you bang a couple of staffers, people you get close to. It's like, that's not that fucking bad.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like, especially because they're staffers. They're not people he was abusing. They're people he probably grew to like, grew to trust. You're working together. You build these interpersonal relationships. it's probably better just to go out and get a hooker. But
Right.
I
I think if you're single and you're older, and I think this, I really believe this works for both sexes too. It's a lot easier to date younger.
much easier.
What is Letterman supposed to, start running around trying to find a 62-year-old?
No,
You know what I mean?
of course. You're
And I
100%
say-
agree with you.
And I say the same thing for women that are single when they're, a little older in life. What are they supposed to be? Running around trying to find, I don't know.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at yourself and Anthony and me, and we all follow that rule.
Well, it just works for me.
Young women are so much better.
I never grew up. What am I supposed to do?
Dude, I don't want to date anybody.
You know what? When I was single, I did try dating my own age,
Ugh.
and it was like it was just another world.
Ugh.
It was just another world. I did have an open mind, and I was like, all right, I'll try this. It's like no,
Ugh.
it didn't work for me.
It's horrible.
You
It's
know?
horrible. They want to get married right away. They want futures planned right. It's like,
Right.
No.
It started young for me. I was 18, and I took a 15-year-old to my prom.
Eh?
I've always dated younger. Just worked for me my whole life.
Well, here she goes on.
Go ahead.
Letterman is guilty of cheating on the woman he eventually married after a 20-year relationship and trashing the trust of their 6-year-old son, Harry. You bring his son into it, you dumb bitch. He actually, I believe, stopped before he had the kid. You really think he trashed the son, the trust of his son? Come on.
Well, let me tell you something.
Stop it, lady.
More stuff's going to come out in the coming weeks, obviously, but he made sure he said this all happened before I got married. Now that's something they're going to be able to prove down the road. If one of these women, comes out and says, "No, I was dating him up until a month ago or whatever," right?
Yeah, of course.
So,
By saying that he does open himself up if he's bullshitting, which
of
is
course.
This was not one little slip up, but a deviant pattern. And when Letterman got lazy, egotistical, and sloppy, he became a ticking time bomb, a walking, breathing sexual harassment lawsuit waiting to happen. What an asshole stick in the mud she is. I would hate to fuck Andrea Pizer. She must be atrocious.
She's horrendous.
Yeah, don't say that. Not that hole. She must be awful in the sack.
Yeah. Oh, wait. There's something there too. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. It's kind of weird to think that Letterman has to worry about HR like we do.
I know.
Someone like Letterman, come on. Does he really have to sit down with HR now and talk about how you're not supposed to have sex with your fellow employees?
And it's like these are people he fucking knew. These aren't just people who came in for interviews. They're people that he knew.
Well, and it's a weird life, these late night shows and stuff like SNL and. I don't have to tell you with the Tonight Show. You're right in there now with Leno and stuff. These guys work around the clock, weird hours. They develop these really strange, not strange, but different relationships.
And boy, I heard a rumor about Leno, which people apparently is legendary.
Can we talk about it?
Oh, of course we can talk about it. Of course we can.
Go ahead, because when you came in with that, it made me fucking laugh.
I
my ass
hear
off.
from a couple of different sources
Yeah.
that Jay has a giant hog. And I was joking around with one of the writers, and I knew he wasn't trying to because it's legendary. I said something about Jay having a giant hog, just joking. And he goes, dude, it's fucking legendary.
It's legendary.
I'm like, get out of here. He goes, oh, for real?
Yeah.
It's like everybody knows it. And then I was talking to another buddy of mine on the show. I was like, I hear fucking Jay's got a big hog. And he goes, I walked in, he was in his underwear. I had to walk out of the room.
Why is
I'm like, I fucking can't. How good is life?
See, that proved two things: that Leno has a big hog, and it also just proved my point that it's just a weird environment. Why is Leno just hanging out in his underwear at work that people are able to walk in and see him in his underwear?
I'm guessing it's a wardrobe change because he was probably doing a sketch and just changing. And, please, if I had a giant hog, I would always stay in my underwear as long as possible before putting slacks on.
You think his big fat helmet fell out?
It probably didn't. Just
Fell out of the pee hole?
A bunch of staffers ran out. But I had never heard that. And it's like, I don't know why when I hear that about a guy, it just tickles me.
Yeah. Fuck.
All right, so a former staffer at Late Show described me as I'm sorry. This is Andrea Pizer. A former staffer at Late Show described to me a toxic atmosphere in the studio. She said women flirt mightily with the man. Sometimes it works in their favor. Everyone inside the program knows what it takes to get ahead. The fact that she could just print that.
What? Oh, she's trying to say that you have to have sex with Letterman to get ahead?
But everyone at the
Are you
program,
kidding
where's
me?
your proof of that? Like you're gonna. I know the guy fucked the staffer, but you want to come out and say that that's the way to get ahead? Where's your proof of that? You fucking vague idiot. In recent years, Dave's comedic chops have taken a mean streak as well. He's shown a wicked hatred of Republicans, which reached a climax when he joked about Sarah Palin's 14-year-old daughter Willow getting knocked up in the 7th inning.
All right. You know what? She's such a dope. I've been watching Letterman since I was a kid. How long has he been on? It's been
mid-'80s, yeah.
Well, all right. I make believe I was a kid. Mid-'80s. Everyone knows that he's a Democrat. And he's been taking shots at Republicans his entire career.
Yeah, and if he does, so what? That's his prerogative.
But she makes it sound like in recent years has this mean streak for Republicans and this hatred for Republicans.
And this is why I don't like her. Because everybody knows that he was not we covered this, but he wasn't making a joke about fucking a 14-year-old. He was talking about the older daughter who had a kid. Yeah. And look, I've done the show, Andrea. I've done the show. Pedophile humor is a giant.
No.
Simply for A, they said Dave hates that shit, and B, network won't let you do it because it's fucking the advertisers go crazy for pedophiles. They hate it.
Didn't you have a joke in there? They said no way?
Yes, the joke, and it wasn't even a pedophile joke. The joke was something about my girlfriend and I having different political beliefs, but that's what happens when you date a high school girl.
Right.
And they're like, oh, can't say high school. I'm like, why? Like, because it could be underage. They're that paranoid. Yeah. So I had to change it to 18-year-old.
Right.
And then standards comes back and they go, well, 18 and certain. I'm like, then I had to fight. I'm like, look.
They were extra careful.
I'm like, 18 across the board, you can be electrocuted.
Right.
It's legal adult.
Right.
I don't care if people miss it, so they gave it to me.
Very good.
But no, he doesn't do fucking pedophile humor.
Of course not.
At the end, Dave has repeatedly whined publicly.
What? I just want to back up again. Why don't people understand what he meant by that joke with A-Rod?
They do understand. They're just choosing to latch on to what they can scream at him for. Right. They do understand it. He explained it.
He explained exactly what he meant. He didn't know the other daughter. We have to say this again. He didn't know the other daughter was in town. He doesn't like study, the facts. All he knows is Sarah Palin's in town. I can make an A-Rod older daughter joke tonight.
That's why Americans.
That's as simple as it comes. That's how we think. That's how they think. Anybody trying to do some kind of comedy or humor, that's your thought process. You're not sitting there going, well, is the younger daughter in town? Because if she is, then this could be a problem. You're not thinking any of that shit.
The writer writes a great joke for you, and you're like, oh, that's fucking funny. Let me do that.
Right.
And here's the problem with people. It's like he explained himself on his show in front of, 8 million people? Mm-hmm. And this dummy, dumb woman is still harping on the old thing.
Right.
It's like, hey, stupid. Americans, he apologized, he explained, and a fucking dumb... a columnist like this is why you can't explain yourself to people. You have to be belligerent. Go fuck yourself. That's what I said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you explain yourself and you're genuine, and stupid old biddies like this, look, I would just personally, I'd hate to fuck her. Mm-hmm. She has to be, you have to be horrible in the sack if you're crucifying Letterman for this from that point of view. And just to wrap up here, Dave has repeatedly whined about CBS's failure to bow down to him. Now the network has a chance to strike back at this ungrateful wretch. Yes, the ungrateful wretch, who gave them fucking ratings and who put a late-night stamp on them? Shut up.
I think Dave appreciates what CBS has done for him over the years.
Americans would not stand for this is where she really is a dummy.
Right.
Americans would not stand for this kind of behavior from a government official.
Really?
Should a jock act like this in this manner, his morals clause would likely kick in.
Really?
Letterman's contract expires at the end of the year. At the end of next year. I count on CBS to pull Letterman off the air and kick him to the curb.
And then it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. What did Letterman do to Andrea Pizer?
He probably ignored her somewhere, as he should have.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And this is why...
Maybe Pizer wanted some of that Letterman cock, and Letterman's like...
Absolutely not, a fucking dopey, wrinkled old lady face.
I don't need a crypt hand
exactly,
on my cock.
Cadaver hand around my hog.
Right.
Here's what she says. Americans would not stand for this kind of behavior from a government official. First of all, you dope.
Have you been reading the fucking newspapers? Have you been reading the paper that you're printed in?
Dude, all they do is stick their dick in people.
It's an epidemic, Jim.
And government officials are elected.
Right.
They represent us. They have power over us. Letterman is an entertainer. All entertainers are nothing more than... I don't care how much influence you think they have. Their job is to make you laugh, to divert you from life.
Sure.
Entertainers have no fucking responsibility to live up to a moral clause. If you take your moral cues from an entertainer, you're a dummy. He's not an elected official. He's a comedian. That's what Dave does. He's a stand-up comic who has a show. Should a jock act in this manner? His morals clause would like... Really? If a football player was fucking around on... Gee, I don't know. Didn't A-Rod have big allegations with Madonna recently? Did the Yankees boot him? Nobody gives a shit. You out-of-touch old lady. No one cares.
Especially athletes.
Dude.
What if they found out Michael Jordan was having sex with some kind of intern for the Chicago Bulls? They're gonna fucking... What are they gonna do? The moral clause is gonna kick in? Really, Andrea Pizer? Are you kidding me?
Here's where the moral clause will kick in. If you're batting .207 and you have 9 runs batted in.
That's what I was gonna... That was my next line. Yeah. If you're a shitty athlete, then they have an excuse to fire you.
What an out-of-touch old lady she is. To think... that fucking neither one of these guys, I mean, Letterman or athletes, none of them are policymakers. Who cares what they do in their personal life? Letterman has no judicial power. So don't compare him to a government official who actually votes in Congress and in the Senate on our tax increases and our property taxes. That's whose morals I'm a little concerned with.
I don't see... This is just not a big deal.
No, it's not.
I think it's great for Letterman.
It's embarrassing on a personal level. But
of course, because he's a guy that's been, we all know, very private about his private life. But, I mean, his ratings have been really, really, good the last couple of weeks or couple of months, and now this isn't going to hurt.
Just drives me nuts at, like, again...
He can't ignore this, though.
Can't.
Because he's saying that's about all I'm going to say about this. He's going to be staring at that audience today. He's going to have to say something. How do you not?
It depends on what
this
else...
story isn't going away anytime soon.
It depends on what else is going to come out, too. Like, if he knows, look, this is pretty much it. I did a couple of stupid things over the years, and here it is. Then that's that. Now it's just the legal case against this guy for trying to blackmail him.
Right.
But if he knows other stuff, that's, it's like, who knows?
And the woman, she left her diary behind. She was dating that guy. What's his name?
Halderman.
Halderman? Or
yes, Halderman. Something Halderman.
Is it H-A or H? Whatever. Halderman.
No, let's get his name right. I think it's, what's this fucker's name? Robert Halderman.
Halderman, okay. Yeah, because I guess this woman was kind of seeing him, and then, the relationship went, south, whatever, and she moved out and left her diary behind, and that's how this guy found out about Letterman.
Well, he looks like a creep, and they're also saying that one of the in the post is saying that Dave didn't like Halderman because he was banging this girl, and then all of a sudden they broke up, and Dave wanted her at the company parties because she still worked for him, but not the new boyfriend. Hey, you know what? That's what happens. Mm-hmm. I don't want to look, even though my exes and I are not dating, I don't want to look at the guys that are fucking him now, especially at work.
Right.
You don't want to see that.
Nah, that's of course not. That seems logical, right? But this guy, Dan Rather, stepped up and can't believe that Halderman would do this.
Oh, did Dan know him?
Yeah, dude, this guy worked for CBS forever. Decades.
Well, they say he had...
Emmy winner.
They said he had divorced $6,000 a month in child support.
He was desperate.
Yeah.
He needed some cash. So, and he's, and this plot is right out of, one of the plots on the show he was working for. What was it? Freaking 48 Hours Mystery?
Yeah.
Which is a show about this type of thing.
It's embarrassing, but...
you want to hear what your boy Leno did on Letterman?
Of course. I actually didn't... I was there. I didn't see him on.
If you came here tonight for sex with a talk show host, you've got the wrong studio. All right, sorry. Boy, what is going on? Boy, first Conan hit his head, then somebody tries to extort money from Letterman. I'm so glad I'm at a late night. Oh! Hey. I want to say, I myself was once the victim of an extortion plot. I think NBC got me to do a 10 o'clock show. That's why I'm here. Actually, this is such a bizarre story. This guy that was trying to blackmail Letterman was a producer for the show 48 Hours. He was a producer for 48 Hours. It could have been worse. At least he wasn't a producer from Catch a Predator. That would have been bad. Let me say, I'm happy to say, I have never had a sexual relationship with any of my staff members.
One of the band members walking out. A guy all pissed off.
What happened, man? It's nothing, Kev. I'll deal with it later.
You messing around on me, man?
Nothing.
Jesus. What the hell is wrong with those
But
guys?
at least as a comedian, Jay does exactly what you're supposed to do. He wasn't vicious about it, but he made fun of it.
No.
He addressed it.
I mean, Letterman would do the exact same thing, so it's fair play right there, right?
Yep.
So,
And he gets in a pedophile joke to fucking Catch a Predator. Come on.
This is going well. I need a sponge, though. I need fluid. How do I get water in my mouth?
I could help you. You might not like my suggestion. You just want to hold it in your mouth for a second. It's not gay if you just hold it.
It's not gay if you're dehydrated.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. If simply for thirst.
I am fucking dying.
These eggs are not even smelling that good.
I need coffee, I need fluid, and I can't do either one today.
It sucks that you
I
can't
can't
eat.
even eat,
It's horrible.
and I still have the trout flu.
Oh, I wonder if Bob is sick.
Yeah, he called me.
Oh, is he
said,
sick?
Dude, are you sick, dude?
You know what, dude? You're outside. The weather hit you. You're smoking. You're catching one fish in 8 hours. You're going to get sick, dude. What a fool.
3 fish in 4 hours.
3 fish in 4 hours.
Yeah.
He showed me a picture of one. I'm like, that's the fucking worst fish I've ever seen.
You know, a fish every hour and 20 minutes. It was worth it.
Yeah, 80 minutes to catch that little piece of shit fish. It wasn't like he caught giant fish.
Yeah.
He caught terrible little fish.
And Tony, our guide, are you ready yet? He wanted out of there so bad.
Oh, Tony wanted to leave?
Yeah,
Do you
he
blame
did.
Tony?
His 4 hours were up. I thought he was really into our company. You realize that you hired the guy when the 4 hours were
Yeah.
up, and he's like, all right, time to pack it in. Let's go.
Bob actually caught fishies. That's how awful he was. He didn't catch fish. He caught little fishies, little guppies.
You wouldn't enjoy it.
No, I wouldn't do it. Bob's fucking spiritual vacuum filling is driving. It's like, Bob, stop trying to fill the self-hatred. Whatever it is inside of you, just deal with it. Dude, I bought a book on insects. What an asshole.
What? Is that his latest thing?
Dude, he told me he bought a book so he could learn more about the insects when he was... Like, what the fuck are you
Oh,
doing?
right,
They're
right.
bugs. Catch one.
Yeah, all you do is look at the river and see what's up on the river, and you match the hatch.
Exactly. Take a fucking fly swatter,
Yeah.
kill it, and put it
Yeah.
on the thing.
And be done with it. You watch your Cowboys yesterday, Jimmy?
I actually completely forgot about football yesterday. I totally forgot, and I don't know why. Oh, I slept all day.
Well, the Broncos beat them, right? 17-10.
I'm going to Denver this week. I didn't know that.
Are you really?
Yeah, Denver Improv. I didn't even know they were playing this. I fucking totally forgot. Spaced out.
Cowboys lose, Jets lose, Giants won, and the Pats they look pretty good too. I didn't. I knew the Jets had a tough game. I'm not stupid.
What was the score?
I was getting killed on Twitter yesterday, but I knew they were up against like probably the best team in the league right now. The Saints 24-10. The Jets didn't give up a lot of the defense didn't give up a lot of points. Fucking Sanchez had a oof. They described it on Sirius XM. I was listening to the second half as I was driving back from Philly yesterday, and they described it as a. They go, well, there's only way to describe this. Sanchez got punched in the face today. I was like, oh boy, he had a rough day.
Who beat them?
The Saints.
Okay. They're supposed to be the best offense in football, right?
Yeah. They've been averaging, I think, Travis, over 40 points a game, right? Those Saints?
They're
they're a
ridiculous.
powerhouse. So, and Sanchez gave up an interception that went 99 yards. Then he also got sacked in the end zone and fumbled in the end zone at the same time for another touchdown. So,
What was the final score?
24-10.
Oh, okay.
But two of those touchdowns,
He gave them. So without that,
Yeah.
it's 10-10 as far as the offenses.
yeah, I mean, yeah. I didn't mind how they looked against the Saints. I mean, I didn't mind.
Right.
Travis, did you watch the Jets?
No, I was actually watching the Cowboys game for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. I just
Where'd they play? In Denver?
yeah.
Of course. How are they supposed to win in a fucking zero altitude? Can Denver cut the shit? Can you move Denver to a lower place?
It's really not fair for everybody else that goes there.
Fucking you're getting fucking awful. It's like being you're at a higher altitude. It's not fair.
When you go to Denver, you notice it, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's like you got to drink a lot of water. And again, I'm going to Denver, not like when you go into Vail and Aspen, it's different. It's higher.
Sure.
But Denver is like
Isn't it high enough, though?
5,000 feet. You notice it. You feel. I drink a lot of water. I'm only doing Friday, Saturday because I'm doing Leno Thursday. So it's like usually you have one night of adjusting.
Right.
So hopefully Friday I'll.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, I think I got to fly in Friday morning. I don't think there's any flight. There's no red eye from LA because it's the time zone shit is weird.
Ugh.
So
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure I'll feel it, but I'll live.
right. Well, you missed your. And then we got the big Monday Night Football game tonight. Brett Favre and the Vikings versus the Packers. That's the game he's wanted for.
Where are they playing?
I don't know.
This one's in Minnesota.
Oh, it is in Minnesota.
They wouldn't boo him in Green Bay because they cut him, right?
I don't know.
Now the
They
Green
didn't
Bay.
leave on good terms.
Now the Green Bay fans
They
seem
ain't
to
gonna
be.
boo Brett Favre. They can't boo
They seem to be
fucking.
turning on him a little bit because of Brett Favre's attitude since he left the Packers. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I think you're right, Jimmy. I mean, I don't think they boo Brett Favre.
How do you boo Favre?
In Green Bay.
Didn't Green Bay just not want him anymore, Travis? Go.
Well, yeah, they wanted to go with a younger quarterback, but Brett Favre kind of messed around with the team a lot, by saying, "Oh, I'm going to retire. I'm not going to retire." And when you sign with Minnesota, Minnesota's their rival,
right?
Yeah. So,
but didn't the Jets cut him? What do you got?
No, the Jets didn't cut him.
He just left.
Yeah, he signed a 1-year deal.
It's just 1-year deal. He was injured and didn't tell anybody, or the Jets didn't tell anybody.
Oh, all right.
It was just a wonderful year for everybody last year.
I want to eat my eggs.
All right, we can take a break. If you're just tuning in, it's a mess today.
Yep.
We weren't even going to do this show today. But then I looked at Jimmy. I'm like, well, we're here.
Yeah, what are we
We
doing?
should at least turn the mics on and at least say hi to everybody. Yeah, we'll try another segment.
We got Gregorio sick.
I still have the trout flu, which I obviously have now given it to Anthony, who is very sick. He sounded horrible on the phone. And then I'm like, all right, then it's me, Jimmy, and Bill Burr. And then we find out Bill Burr is sick with the trout flu. Thank you, Bobby. And on top of that, I can't eat or drink anything because I got to get scoped today.
Thank God for the immune system, kid.
Yeah, so
Fucking healthy as a mule.
I'm looking at this water. I'm dying for coffee. My lips are fucking chapped.
How pretty does Paris Hilton look right there?
Well, that's the old.
Oh, is that
Paris
old?
Hilton. I think so.
She looks very kissable.
Yeah, she's.
I like her to spit on me.
She's ridiculous.
She probably looks like she has nice breath. Like, she'd probably be nice if she spit on you.
She's
like a lot of saliva in her mouth.
Just a nice smell.
Yeah.
Everything smells nice.
Even though Aunt hates her big feet, I don't mind them. I'd suck her long fucking
her big,
tree-grabbing toes.
No, her big feet are horrendous.
Oh, I don't care. I'd suck them. I'd start, I'd run out of spit halfway
there's
through.
There's a lot of, ligaments and shit.
Yeah.
You don't really know where the toe ends because the toe just continues on the top of the foot.
Big talon.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would lick them from fucking heel to tootsie. Those are not bad.
Stephen S. writes, by taking a break, do you mean leaving during a commercial? No, we'll
be back.
Yeah, we'll do at least one more and we'll figure it out.
We got to read the paper and see what's going on in this silly country.
Yeah, there's other things to goof on.
Yeah, what else? Oh, let's give a little teaser. Coming up, we're going to talk about Polanski. We're going to talk about insurance man accused of stalking ESPN. Oh, John and Kate +8. That's a fucking great one.
No, there's a good little. I
know there is.
There's a good little story there. We'll explain next. That's your tease. John Gosselin did exactly what Ant's wife did to Anthony about 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
Put 3 fingers in his hiney.
Opie and Jimmy today. It's the Opie and Anthony show. It's a Monday. Opie and Jimmy today. Every day it's a different combination of the 3 that you know and love. I was going to sit back today and ride these guys big time, but because I'm so not feeling well.
I feel healthy and rested.
You know what? Shut up.
I went to bed early last night.
Yeah, well, I think Friday was the day to get sick because Bill Burr got sick and Anthony got sick on Friday. And now I'm just kind of swishing water in my mouth.
Spit it out, yeah.
And just spit it out.
Why don't you suck a lemon candy? Have a nice candy. That'll put a little bit of a...
They don't want anything in your stomach.
Yeah, lemon candy's fine. Just don't swallow it. Just suck the juice.
Stupid. You've been scoped?
Yes. I did it when we were still just at XM. Walked out. Brother Weeze was there that day. And I went out and got it done because I was having acid reflux problems. Acid reflux fucking ruins your life.
It's a nightmare.
It's awful.
I've been dealing with that for years.
People with no legs or heads think you have problems. Fucking get acid reflux.
So I finally decided to do something about it. I thought Bill Burr was sick. I just heard on the... What? Let me say hi to Neil on Long Island. Neil.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Neil?
I just flipped over during commercial to the Big and Bubba show on XM11 Country Station and said, hey, coming up soon in the studio this morning is Bill Burr from The Chappelle Show.
Could be pre-taped. Could be pre-taped.
It could be an old appearance for a pre-tape.
Or maybe they don't know he's sick yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a stand-up guy.
Bill's a creep, but I don't think he lies.
Yeah.
Bill's creepy, but he never lies.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
Yeah, Bill's not going to blow the show off for that show.
No, Bill didn't fly back to L.A. because he wanted to do our show today. You know, he now stays an extra day just so he could do a little radio with us before he goes back to Los Angeles. Thank you, Neil.
Can I tell you how much I love coming back to New York after I'm starting to take the red eye now after I do because I bought some carry-on luggage and all I want to do is pack. Thank you. all I want to do is pack my carry-on suitcase.
Yeah.
I like LA, I really do, but I fucking love coming back here, working on material. Excuse me, and then going back out. I can't work on material out there.
I like being there for no more than a month.
Wow.
I had the opportunity when we weren't working.
Right.
I spent a few months out there. After a month, you really miss the East Coast.
Yeah.
Sorry to everybody listening to us on the West Coast.
Dude, I'd never spent a month out there. Even with Lucky Louie, I would get out the next morning after tape day and come back for the week, do radio. But even if it wasn't for radio, I'd come back. I can't be there for a long period of time.
Right.
I die creatively. I fucking die.
Why?
Because here it's just
too busy looking at all the beautiful people.
I look at it like it's a vacation. And it's like you do one spot, and I did 4 at the Cellar the other night to work on this piece I'm doing. And it's like it's great to be able just to go over. I just like the energy here better.
That makes sense. It feels like a vacation when you're out there, even when you're out there to work or do whatever. Yeah. Hey, you missed a good show Friday, Jimmy. David Duchovny came in from Californication. I'm finally caught up because he comes in. I didn't even realize the show started. I felt like an idiot, but I wasn't 100% to begin with. But I love Californication. Right. And he came in to promote that. And it turns out he just likes our show because during the break, he's like, you mind if I stay? Because I'm really having a good time. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then after the show, he said to Steve, I'm in New York a lot. Can I just stop by? And we're like, of course, anytime. Yeah. We'd love to have David Duchovny in here. But we discovered that Mars can't say David Duchovny, and he's a huge fan. Mars loves David Duchovny, but he can't say his name. So I pulled the tape from Friday. You gotta hear this.
Oh, yeah,
Jimmy missed this. It's about a minute long, I think. Check it out from Friday. Mars trying to say David Duchovny in front of David Duchovny. Mars, are you a big fan or what?
Very big fan.
But
Thanks,
you can't say his name?
I have difficulties with his name.
All right, try it now.
No disrespect.
No, I understand.
David Duchovny.
Wow.
You did that one already.
Why?
You did that one already. Try it another way.
All right.
Why?
The one that initially.
Olympia Dukakis?
I initially said Duchovny.
Yeah, no, that's what you just said.
Right?
Not initially. That's all you've been saying.
Okay. I also said.
Initially and keep going.
I also said Duchovny.
Oh, like douche.
Douche. You never want a douche in there.
No.
What a fool.
Right in front of David, too.
So great. So, all right.
10 feet away from him. He's staring at him, trying to figure out how he pronounces his name.
So he's humiliated himself in front of Dana White and in front of Duchovny, 2 people he really admires.
All his heroes.
Good.
Yeah, he's just a mess when it comes to being on the show. So then, of course, we didn't leave it there. Here's where the new material comes in. Sam went backstage with Mars to try to figure out what the fuck is going on with the mispronunciation of David Duchovny's name.
And now, backstage with O&A, here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts. The Opie and Anthony Show's simple engineer, Mars, was very excited recently as his favorite actor, David Duchovny, stopped by the O&A Show. Unfortunately for Mars, the backstage crew was informed that he could not pronounce Mr. Duchovny's name even when reading it. We put Mars to the test.
Hey, Mars, what's the name of the guy who stars on Californication?
David Duchovny?
Just read it, Mars.
I am David Duchovny. Duchovny? I don't know. How do you say it? David I don't know, man. I gotta ask somebody.
After Mars made a fool of himself in front of us, he made a fool of himself in front of David Duchovny. We spoke to our learning disabled friend immediately after meeting David.
Mars, you get to meet one of your heroes, your acting heroes today. How did that go?
Well, I was mispronouncing his name for the longest.
For the whole time?
For the whole time. I actually got corrected after my little segment there.
You should be really proud. So, do you consider yourself an inspiration to Hispanic people with disabilities everywhere?
I can consider myself a inspiration to Hispanics, but disability, where did that shit come from?
You are learning disabled, correct?
No, that is not correct, Sam.
Oh, so you're just a stupid idiot.
No, I just have a problem mispronouncing some words.
Now, some people say, well, you shouldn't pick on him because he's Hispanic. So, where were you born?
New York City.
Okay. So I guess you must have moved after. Where were you raised? Where'd you go to school?
New York City.
New York City.
Obviously, Mars's ethnicity is not the reason for his mispronunciations. It could be the adult illiteracy he suffers from. With nothing better to do, we decided to put Mars to the test and follow him around, asking him to pronounce things for the rest of the day.
Mars, who ran against George Bush the First for presidency?
Dukaki?
Yeah, what's the author's name? The Russian guy?
Dostoevsky.
What's it called when a woman expels like gas through her vagina?
Quiff?
What is the name of the man who is famous for starring in Star Trek? We've had him on the show before.
William Shatner.
Did you just say Shatner?
Yes. What is the
What's the show on FX about the motorcycle gang?
Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy.
You got it.
I got it?
No.
The results are in. Mars is undeniably learning challenged. We at Backstage would like to compliment Opie and Anthony and SiriusXM for hiring this very special engineer. He may not have adult level intelligence. I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this has been
Backstage with O&A.
Wow.
Yeah, no kidding. Who knew?
I had no idea Mars is a buffoon.
What was that one that was really bad? Shatner?
Yeah, William Shatner.
What was one of the first ones was really good.
Jesus, Mars.
Mars, what's up? What happened to you?
You're as dumb as they come.
And why didn't you snap Sam's neck off?
I'll go to jail.
See, but that's where you
No, not jail. Prison.
Prison. But I don't understand how mispronunciation equals intelligence. Mispronunciation.
You don't understand how that equals intelligence?
Yeah.
In that statement sums it all up. It does. Yes. Of course it does.
What, did the teacher just look the other way? Did you have fucking naked pictures of the teacher growing up? What happened?
I don't know. I use some Spanish vowels instead of.
You're good at Spanglish.
Spanglish. I can't even say that right. Remember?
Can you say his name now that you've heard it before?
David Duchovny.
Okay, you got it. You never knew how to say it?
No.
When I asked Mars about it, he said he spoke Span-English.
Span-English?
So he didn't say Spanglish.
I thought that was the correct word. Span-English.
Oh, boy.
So do you know how to say the sons of?
Anarchy.
Oh, you got it. Okay, so all right, it's just a matter of not knowing.
But it's a word. Anarchy.
He got it, though.
He's not sure.
Just punch Sam.
No, I can't punch Sam.
That's where you're strong.
No, I can't punch Sam. Sam's
That's
my
your
boy.
expertise. You put him in one of those locks and make him scream for his life.
What couldn't Roland say?
Oh, my God.
Mexico.
Mexico.
And Bonaducci.
Bonaducci.
Whatever, yeah. So, all right. You have fun with David Duchovny?
Oh, man.
You got a picture and all?
Yes, I did. He's a great guy.
Good guy? You like him?
Awesome.
He's
awesome.
coming back.
Great.
All right, Mars. Thank you.
You will.
Unbelievable. Do we do Jocktober?
Of course.
Sam, we never finished up Jocktober because we had David Duchovny in on Friday.
Yeah.
We should definitely do Jocktober.
Or did we do? Oh, whatever.
You did the first part.
No, I know. We're still looking at the Stephen King station.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Rock of Bangor.
Right. Do you know a comedian named Bob Marley?
Yeah, he's a white guy from Boston.
Man, he did some material for this show, and we all beat the hell out of him, and we should have. The material wasn't that good.
Okay.
And then Bill Burr and Vinnie Brand come in here and go, the guy's hilarious.
Yeah,
Now
he's a funny comic.
Now we kind of feel like idiots. But I think it proves our point what we're trying to make with Jocktober, that regular radio and these regular radio shows just ruin everything.
Is he on the show?
Because here's a guy that it turns out he is a funny comedian, and this show made him sound like he's the biggest hack working in the business today.
Well, is he? Oh, he was just a guest on the show.
He's like a regular call-in. Like he it sounded like he calls in like every week or whatever.
You know, some of these guys, they get a gig where they call a lot of morning shows.
Oh, okay.
And if you're a local listener, you just assume that guy is part of that show, but he really isn't. He's just calling that show and many others. You know what I mean?
Lisa Lampanelli did that. That really helped her. That in Comedy Central. Larry the Cable Guy was legendary for that for years.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Larry. I didn't know. Because when I was being brought up in this business, he was calling a Rochester radio station. I just thought he was the funniest fucking guy locally. It turns out, no. It was just one of 20, 30 stations he had to call every week.
He calls. I heard he would call every day, different stations. Like
Yeah.
he had a schedule.
Yeah. So now I feel bad for this Bob Marley guy. But honestly, we weren't misrepresenting it. The stuff sucked, and now I think it's because the show doesn't know how to handle them right.
Right.
Yeah, it's the show.
So we got the Rock and Roll Morning Show with Bobby Russell and Mark the Shark Young. This is Stephen King's rock station. Remember, Stephen King took a shot at us?
Yeah.
But he knows radio, So we're taking a look at what one of his rock stations is doing in the morning. It's the Rock of Bangor, Maine. Ugh. So we meet Drifty as we continue Jocktober.
Wait, hold on. Why is he saying Opie and Anthony can be shoved, and yet he's got a morning show?
Because
why is there a morning show on his, and he's giving you guys shit?
I don't know.
His morning show knows how to do things. We don't have any character call-ins.
That's true. We've never been able to handle those.
Yeah, so...
We do. Bob calls in. It's fucking Blithering Idiot Tuesdays.
More info on Bob Marley. It continues. John in Maine. What's up, John?
Good morning.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bob's from Portland, Maine. He's hilarious. He's good on local comedy, like, where he's from, stuff like that. So I don't know how well he relates outside of Maine.
Right, okay.
But he's hilarious back here.
Yeah, I don't want to completely trash the guy if it turns out he is a funny guy, but wow, what we heard, it wasn't too funny.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him.
Supposedly he's won like competitions on Sirius XM on the Comedy
Oh, really?
Channel and all sorts of shit. So
When I've seen him, he has been funny.
Right.
And he's very memorable too because of his name.
There you go.
There's a show back here, 97.9 for Jocktober. There's 2 holes that are brutal on it. They're out of Portland, and he goes on there sometimes, and I just want to kill him when he goes on there because it is a brutal show.
He's supposed to be a pretty good marketer too. Like I heard Bob will go into towns and he'll like do theaters and like he just markets himself well and he gets like I don't know how he gets all this steamrolling, but he sells out these theaters where he's not even that known, which is smart.
Huh. All right, thank you, John. We go to Mike in Maine. Mike.
Yo.
Mike.
Didn't realize we had so many listeners in Maine.
Yeah, what's happening?
What's up, Mike?
Well, the Bob Marley, he does a lot of like the hack comedy from Maine. Like he'll do a lot of the jokes, like they have the accents of the region, which really isn't. If some people like him, but after listening to you guys and I listen to him, it's not the same. I don't know.
But is that hack though? I wouldn't say that's hack. Like because a guy named Steve Sweeney is a pretty legendary comic in Boston, and he does a lot of accents and regional stuff, which it makes it harder for people who don't live there to relate to it. But that wouldn't be considered hack. I mean,
yeah,
that's his thing.
Sweeney's hilarious.
See, I've never seen him do stand-up. I've never seen him or Don Gavin do stand-up. 2 legends in Boston.
He's got Boston figured out.
Yeah.
He really does go very local. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
All right. Let's continue with Jocktober. We meet a new character on the Rock and Roll Morning Show. His name is Drifty. Who's Drifty?
Well, Drifty calls in with the foliage report.
That must be good.
But sometimes Drifty gets a little sidetracked with what he's doing.
Because he drifts, probably.
A little bit. He's like
that's why they call him Drifty.
He's an older guy, or at least he sounds that way.
Oh, no.
And he makes his own jerky.
As in beef jerky?
Not just beef jerky.
Is it going to be wacky jerkies he makes?
Well, there's
he makes jerky. I bet you Drifty doesn't realize what he's saying either.
He's yeah. Maybe next time you go on the Jay Leno show, you could include some jerky jokes because Drifty.
How long would you survive on Leno if you did jerky jokes, Jimmy?
They'd let me do them, but they'd probably go, "What are you fucking doing?" I mean, flying, maybe, but this. All right,
let's find out what Drifty's all about. The foliage report, where the leaves are changing colors,
or at least that's what the morning show thought.
All right.
As a rule of thumb, by the way, almost nothing funny can happen after the foliage report is announced.
All right, let's see what's going on from T2R9. Say good morning to Drifty Twitchell.
Good morning there, Bob.
Is he blowing somebody?
No, his mouth is full.
Of jerky?
Of jerky.
So he's setting up his jerky bit?
He wasn't ready to take the phone call because he was eating some of his jerky.
His homemade jerky?
Yes.
And it's not just beef jerky, we're going to find out.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Good morning there, Bobby.
Hello?
Hi. Eugene.
It's Don.
Well, how are you toenail biters doing today?
Just fine. Hey, how's the weather up there in T2R9? How's the beef?
Hang on a second, fellas. Just a second. I'm
just finishing up a piece of jerky here.
Jerky?
Oh, don't that have a nice flavor?
Yeah?
Maybe a little too much salt on it. Next time I'll have to adjust that, but
Drifty,
not bad.
Drifty, what are you up to anyway? What are you up to now?
I'm just test chewing some of my latest jerky recipes here.
Oh, you make your own jerky, huh?
That's right.
Oh.
That's the setup.
It's a long way for a fucking jerky I guess we're about to hear all the jerky jokes now.
Yeah.
That's awful on every conceivable level. First of all, the audio quality is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
It's like a really
Horrible
there's a
phone or
weird
something.
vibration underneath
Yeah.
it. It's horrendous.
This is supposed to be fun. That one just made me just angry.
You're upset?
Oh, my God.
I wonder if Stephen King calls in as any characters. It wouldn't surprise me if he did that to get himself on the air.
Because it's his thing. Like, he's, it's...
Yeah.
You always want to be a radio guy, but not brave enough to say it's Stephen King doing Drifty or maybe another one of these characters. All right.
Ew, the website, sorry. Rock and Roll Morning Show Goodies.
Goodies.
Is that the good old rock and roll radio you missed, Stephen? Come on.
What?
This fucking stinks.
What kind of goodies do they
I don't
have?
know. Little goodies.
Danny, if you find any goodies on the website, please bring it to our attention. Please. Drifty starts doing his jerky material. We heard the big setup there.
Yeah.
Here's Drifty and his jerky jokes.
I got them from my father.
Yeah.
Who got them from his.
What is that?
The recipes, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the jerky recipes.
All right. All right.
You mean you weren't focusing on the setup of this whole
Sam, I tapped out halfway
Really?
through that track, yeah.
Wow.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
You missed some good stuff.
Office Space, thank you. Did that for Anthony. Because he's not here today. My mouth's real dry, Jimmy.
Oh.
Can I have a sponge?
Sure you don't want my suggestion?
No,
Just
it's
hold
all
it. You hold it between your cheek and gum like some fucking skull.
But I need moisture.
No, I'll believe me. Just tickle the bag. I'll leak a little.
Rehydrate?
Yeah.
And then I'll be good.
I got them from my father.
Yeah.
Who got them from his father.
Right.
Who got them from his uncle. Who got them from his grandmother.
Yeah.
The music is terrible. The character's not believable or / interesting. It's just abominable.
Who gives a shit where he got his jerky fucking recipes
Who's
from?
laughing at that? Like, who's driving? Who can't get out of the car?
Maybe you would say I got it from my father, who got it from his father, and then move on. Then he has to include an uncle. It's
And a grandmother?
It's not working.
We get it.
His
Jerky.
grandmother.
Yeah.
Who did some kind of dirty deed with some one-legged fella from Lewiston.
Okay, all right, Drifty. Okay.
Well, all right, I get it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, make sure you stop Drifty.
Why'd they stop
okay,
Drifty?
Okay, Drifty. Okay.
He was about to talk about those dirty deeds.
All right. Okay. We don't want to hear about her getting it up the pooper.
Are they trying to like show that Drifty gets out of control relatively
yeah.
quickly? You gotta keep Drifty under control.
Yeah, we got to make sure we're on top of our game so Drifty doesn't get us in trouble.
Yeah,
okay,
Drifty.
Okay.
A boo.
He's unpredictable, huh? This Drifty.
Drifty, get out of his way.
This was supposed to be a foliage report.
Oh yeah.
Where's the foliage while he's drifting like he does?
Well, hence Drifty, right?
What is it? Who the fuck on a rock station wants to hear a foliage report?
Nothing worse than naming the character after what he does.
Yes, this should be called Sucky.
Right. Why can't he just be whatever his name is, and then you as the listener figure out that this guy always just kind of drifts away from what he's really supposed to be talking about?
It's a little complicated.
Exactly. Call him Alzheimer's-y. That'd be fine. No? Am I right? Hope lost interest. Everybody else is just avoiding eye contact. So what?
So I also just realized that it's from Clerks and not Office Space. I'm an idiot. Yeah,
Sorry.
I do know that. Fuck. Look, man, I haven't eaten in fucking 12 hours.
And you need moisture.
And I need moisture. I'm dying over here.
More Drifty, please.
All right, more Drifty.
All right, I get it. Where was I
Look,
anyway?
you were chewing on some kind of jerky.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. What kind is this anyway? Yeah.
I'm hoping for a foliage report here.
Let's take a look at the bag
Guess
here.
we're going to talk about jerky.
Oh, here it is.
It's the sound of the bag.
And he's bummed that he's not getting his foliage report.
Yes. He was supposed to get Foliage Report. That's what the people tune in to hear, and all of a sudden Drifty is talking about Lord knows what.
I probably would be.
We're 3 minutes into this bit, and he still hasn't named one stupid jerky. And I know it's going to be some dumb thing like kitten jerky or hamster jerky or something instead of just beef jerky.
I would fucking prefer the Foliage Report. It would probably be more interesting.
No shit.
And funnier than this awful character.
I'd rather.
Drifty's horrendous.
I'd rather watch the leaves actually change color in real time than listen to this horse shit.
It's really bad.
Jerky.
Oh, here it is, right here.
What?
Oh, wow. This is Drifty's Wicked Squirrel Jerky.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can tell on account of the tangy, nutty aftertaste to it.
Really?
And not to mention, the gray hairs that.
Jeez, Drifty.
Sometimes.
Jeez.
Sometimes you don't get them all, you know.
Squirrel jerky. I don't know. I don't know.
Wow, his acting is terrific too. I don't know. Like he's not really sure.
I mean, that's a little.
Like he's not sure, Sam. It might be a good idea, but I don't know.
There's nothing more uncomfortable than fucking dishonest radio. Like, why doesn't the guy go, this bit stinks?
Right.
This is awful.
He would gain so many more listeners going, thank God, because that's exactly what we're thinking out here.
Is that the kind of rock radio Stephen King missed?
Yeah.
Is that your morning rock radio? Come on, man. It's fucking horrible.
That's why this is beautiful that we're doing this, because he thought he knew what he was talking about when he was, trashing morning radio in general.
He's still my favorite author ever. I actually bought a Stephen King book in the airport. If he described one of his shits, I'd buy the book.
Yeah, good for
He's the greatest.
Good for you.
But his radio critique, the nerve of this motherfucker to critique radio and put this, look, right. I'm not a literary genius. You don't know fucking radio.
Right.
Put your iPod on and shut your face.
There you go. Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about.
His name is connected to this station. A bunch of
King's
stations.
Rock Station.
It's called Stephen King's Rock Station?
Yeah.
He's got like 3 stations up there, Jimmy.
Probably the same cornball playlist as every other fucking rock station that ruined itself by just not doing anything different.
And you know what? They have a jock on this station. You want to know what his name is? His name is Fred Zeppelin. Fred Zeppelin works on the radio station.
My scalp is itching. That made me so uncomfortable, my fucking head itched.
Why? Fred Zeppelin is,
Sounds like Led Zeppelin. They have Zach Sabbath, too? What an asshole.
We did all the jokes.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I think we went with Jack Sabbath. Sabbath or whatever. Something dumb. Fred Zeppelin, yeah. He's got somebody named Fred Zeppelin that does a shift on
That's the morning radio you missed, Steven?
Yep.
That the good stuff you're talking about out there?
All right. He continues with his jerky bit here. That's going absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
Drifty, everyone.
You got any other recipe, any other flavors that might be better than squirrel jerky?
Oh, he's looking for something other than...
Now, I got to tell you, Sam, if they're asking for more recipes than squirrel jerky, I think it's going to get even more outrageous than squirrel jerky. What do you think, Jimmy? You're a comedy writer.
Well, you always start off light, and then you get really crazy. So I'm sure squirrel jerky was just kind of the preparation for all of us to fasten our seatbelts.
Right. It's going to get really crazy now, you think? You think?
No. I think what's going to happen is it's going to peter out even further. This is sputtering as it is, and we're expecting it to get crazier, and it's just going to be a circular, the same joke 8 times bit, and then die in the water.
Why does this make us so angry?
Because we know it's garbage, and it's not being addressed as garbage.
And I think because we get just lumped into this horse shit, the business in general gets no respect. And the business gets no respect because there's so many shows doing horse shit material like this.
Just the fact that asshole would badmouth this show and use this show. How about, Steven, why don't you you could take, what's the name of the show?
Mark the Shark, and it's the Rock and Roll Morning Show.
Why wouldn't you take them and
Bobby
shove
Russell and Mark the Shark Young?
We do funny stuff. Why would you fucking pick this show? What a douche.
Stephen King wants to fucking shove me and Aunt, because he named us by name, up his ass. It's kind of flattering, I guess.
Yeah.
Would you up Stephen King's ass?
Probably, if I could bring Misery or yes, or Bag of Bones, which I'm enjoying. He is the best.
All right, let's continue, because now the recipes for this guy's jerky it's going to be off the charts.
Going insane.
Other than... Oh, what? Yeah. Oh! I got a Wicked Charger jerky variation here. Let's see, I got...
Really?
bear jerky,
Bear jerky. Huh?
deer jerky.
Okay.
He's actually going backwards. Yes. At least make it more outrageous. At least follow the rules of comedy, you cock.
And why are you crinkling the bag every time? We get it.
Right.
Just list them. No one's going to say, hey, he's not. I don't hear the bag crinkling. What's he
Right.
doing?
I'm getting fucking mad, Sam.
I got the Daily News, the New York Post. We get it. We know
Right.
what papers are. Just
What-
say get the fucking papers.
What, he doesn't even know his own jerky, so he has to look into his bag of jerky?
I think it's just there are so many jerkies that he has to pull them out one bag at a time. Otherwise, it's really, we wouldn't even believe. This jerky is so unbelievable that if we didn't hear the bag, we would think, no way he
But if he
actually has
started
that.
with squirrel jerky, now he's just doing bear and deer. That's like...
Exactly.
It's... Someone from Melbourne, Australia writes, moose cunt jerky? There you go. Drifty could save the bit if he said moose cunt jerky and they have to go off the air or bleep it or whatever. And get some real outrage going.
Jerky,
Okay.
turkey jerky,
Turkey jerky. Weird.
trout jerky,
Ooh.
gopher jerky.
Oh.
Oh, and of course, moose jerky,
Okay.
and fox jerky,
Fox jerky.
and raccoon jerky,
Yeah.
frog leg jerky.
Worse.
Oh, and don't forget beaver jerky.
Oh, beaver jerky.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is one of my favorites.
What's that?
I made it out of some old rooster meat.
Rooster meat.
And you know what I call it?
What?
Drifty's Wicked Cockadoodle Chew. It's a real eye-opener.
Oh, my God. I'm laughing at the face Jimmy's making. You got to be fucking kidding
I'm
me.
stunned.
He just named all the local animals of Maine and put jerky after
And
it.
then he didn't have the
then a
balls
cornball joke
to say
to say
cock
cock.
jerky. A cock-a-doodle-doo, don't want to get in trouble.
You could say cock jerky at that point.
Cockadoodle chew.
Say it's cock jerky and
Did he say that?
Yep.
And here's what I really hate about them is they're fucking fake. What kind of guys laugh? That is horrid.
Melbourne. Yes, it is Melbourne.
Wow, look at that.
How horrendous is that?
Beyond comprehension.
You're biting yourself.
Dude, that's so
You're so right, though, because
terrible.
As a guy, how do you feel good about yourself that you're fake laughing over
Who
that?
laughs at that? Cock-a-doodle chew.
You could say cock jerky at that point and say and you can't really you just have to chew it forever.
Or you could say
Make
no
some
to
kind
the
of
bit.
ball bag joke. Something.
Don't do it.
Just don't do
How
it.
about, you know what they should have done?
What?
Just play a song.
There's
Play a
leaves all over.
Yeah, play a popular song right there.
Yeah.
Maybe a song about the seasons changing.
You know what I want to hear? Foliage reports. How many youngsters were run over as they were playing in piles and unseen? That's a great foliage report.
Paul in Florida is very happy. Paul.
This guy on the radio is hilarious. He has come up with a herky jerky bit.
You like it, Paul?
I do not. This guy's a faggot.
Thank you, sir. Let's go to Phil in Atlanta. Phil.
I'm laughing really hard at the jerky bit. You know, if that guy was just doing it dry, it'd be one thing, but they got the really hilarious music bed underneath.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, the music bed makes it. Music beds basically mean, look, we don't have confidence in anything that you're hearing, so we'll just distract you with some music behind us.
They just don't have the dignity to use a laugh track, which is what they should be using.
Yeah, when Anthony and I worked at AAF, they made us put music under us when we talked. It was the most annoying thing, and I was like, it's distracting. Stop. You don't need music if you're saying some good shit. Nope. Let me say hi to Mike the trucker. Mike.
Hey, my favorite turkey jerky.
The what?
The jerky?
Oh, the turkey jerky?
Taint.
Taint?
Like taint.
Oh, my favorite is taint turkey jerky. Did his phone crap out?
I don't know.
All right, Mike. Thank you, sir. Jimmy, I would love to say that it ended there, but Drifty continues with this jerky bit.
It did not end there.
Good.
Drifty continues with this jerky.
Was the CD player broken? Killing time?
Seen this one before here.
What's that? What do you got?
Well, there's no writing on it, and usually I write down what it is, you know.
Yeah.
I wonder what it is.
Uh-oh. It's some kind of mystery jerky.
That's right. Would you, if you were in Drifty's position with all these crazy jerkies, would you be crazy enough to sample some of that? I wouldn't.
I would be too busy trying to run him over with a car.
I'm telling you, I think that's a Stephen King calling in. It wouldn't surprise me if this was a character he does on that show.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is so horrid.
So
this can only be a boss.
So it's a boss,
That's
and,
why they're
and,
laughing
and the
so
radio
hard.
show hosts are stuck with like, fuck, it's Stephen King. We can't say how awful this is. We got to fake a laugh to save our jobs. That's not a bad theory, Jimmy.
I can't say it is for sure, but it sounds like it's obviously a terribly put on voice.
I wonder what it is. Well, here, let me just take a little bite out of it. You guys got a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Oh, gosh. She's got quite a bite to her.
Really?
Well,
Tangy, huh?
Oh, I can't stand it anymore.
Spicy, huh? Spit it out. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh.
Whoa, what the heck was that stuff?
Oh, my.
I don't...
You think he's going to tell us?
What do you think it was?
The script?
The ratings for the show?
And the fucking whole guys. Oh, my.
Oh boy. Fake concern time. Cue fake concern.
Oh, my. And how come if this idiot has jerky written on every bag, why is he going, what's this?
Yeah.
We understand eating. You don't have to act out eating, fucking vaudeville.
Didn't he made the jerky, right?
Yeah, how do you not know what it is?
Right.
Oh, my.
I don't remember trying out anything like that.
Really?
Oh, would you look here?
What?
There's some white and black hairs in the bottom of the bag
I
here.
got it.
White and
What do you think?
Skunk jerky?
He wouldn't be crazy enough to be chewing on a skunk.
Black and white. Either he's eating seal and Heidi Klum.
Jim.
I don't mean it.
Wow, way to spoon feed your comedy. Black and white. What could it be?
I don't know. Come on, we got to get to it.
All right.
Here,
white and black. Weird.
all mixed up with the meat. Jeffrey, get over here. Do you know anything about this? You made it. What'd you get? Roadkill.
Oh, no.
Out by the
Excuse
road
me.
last.
Why is Jeffrey completely... How can I hear him rifling through the bag? I can hear him chewing, but I can't hear fucking Jeffrey
Stupid
talking
Jeffrey.
to him.
Who's Jeffrey?
And how fast did that happen? Jeffrey, get in here. What is that? Roadkill? What is Jeffrey signing?
Isn't the rest of the shit that he ate roadkill, basically? Turkeys and deer and...
No, those are hunted strictly for jerky purposes.
Really?
I think so.
Please just rewind this so we can hear how fucking quiet Jeffrey is and how fast... Jeffrey, what is this? This awful character he introduces?
Maybe he's a mute.
White and black. Weird.
All mixed up with the meat. Jeffrey, get over here. Do you know anything about this? You made it. What'd you get? Roadkill.
Oh, no.
Out by the road last week?
Oh.
Well, the only thing I saw out there by the road last week was that skunk you rolled in so you wouldn't have to go to school.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Bobby Mac. I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Dr. Pepper. I gotta go.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry.
That was a hunk of skunk junk. And it ain't sitting too good right now.
Oh, no.
Apologize.
Okay, all right, okay.
That's funny.
The fake morning show laugh, everybody.
Wow.
You got to witness it there.
Jeffrey's so quiet, though. He lives with Drifty, lives with Boo Radley. It's creepy.
I hate Drifty. I hate Jeffrey.
I
hate
like
the
Jeffrey.
stupid
He didn't
jerky
ruin the bit by talking.
Yeah,
Jeffrey's
true.
my favorite one in that whole show. They found a place, and he's like, oh, I hate when someone has to go in the middle of action. Gotta get out of here. Oh, what's going to happen? That's Drifty. Yeah.
Right. Fucking Drifty sucks.
Drifty's awful.
We can be thankful that Drifty repeated all of Jeffrey's answers.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Because otherwise...
That's how you talk.
Yeah.
Sam, how are you?
That's how you talk.
Yeah, how are you?
How am I?
How is he? He's good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, you don't have to answer. Jimmy was doing the bit.
Oh, I thought I was...
No.
No, this is how it works now on radio shows.
You just
Now,
whisper.
Now
Okay.
do the bit again.
Okay.
Say, how you doing? You're tired? Well, how long did you sleep? 4 hours. Because no one can hear Sam from 3 feet away. I can hear every other aspect of this man's activity. The bag crinkling, the chewing, the rifling through. What do we got here? What do we got here? But I can't hear Jeffrey, a human being, speaking from 2 feet away.
So you're in your car and that's on. How are you enjoying that? I just don't understand. Is there just another group of people out there that just enjoy shit like that?
Nobody enjoys that. Nobody.
I understand people's senses of humor are very different across the board, but is there an audience for that?
That's not funny. It's not interesting. It's not compelling. It's not believable. It's god-awful on every level. Humor that misses is one thing, but that's... Who's saying Drifty's on? Come here.
Right.
Get in the house. Drifty's on.
Yeah.
Let's have some laughs.
Yeah. Hey, kids, gather around the radio.
Yeah.
It's another episode from Drifty.
There's
And
a
maybe,
foliage
and maybe
report.
Jeffrey will actually talk this time where
Yeah.
we get to hear him. All right, so we have one more bit from these guys. Wow. The Rock and Roll Morning Show with Bobby Russell and Mark the Shark Young.
Yeah.
Stephen King's rock station in Maine there.
Bangor.
We get to meet Baxter the Polka Monster.
Baxter, the polka monster.
Cool. He misses his morning radio, huh? Take Opie and Anthony and shove him where the sun don't shine. And this is the garbage you throw at people?
Very dishonest. You got the worst radio happening right in your backyard, and you're trashing us for actually making something of ourselves.
And making people laugh.
Across the country.
Why don't we have funny callers like Baxter and Drifty?
Could E-Rock do one?
I don't
Yeah.
see why not.
Exactly.
I mean, Baxter the Polka Monster is an in-studio character, so I
Ooh,
think maybe
really?
maybe that's something E-Rock could develop.
He could be maybe E-Rock could be a conqueror. He could be Blabaro.
Should we force E-Rock to be some kind of typical morning zoo character?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we want Stephen King to like us.
Tell him by the end of the week he has to come in here with his new... When are you out of here, Jimmy?
I leave gone Thursday and Friday.
Oh, no, you got to be here for this.
I say we make him improv something. Because obviously Drifty was just running with it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
obvious.
How about we have E-Rock? We'll do some stuff. When we take our break, we'll come back. E-Rock fucking has to have a character ready.
Yeah.
Like that. I think E-Rock should have something prepared for
Yeah?
the show for once.
I think that's true. I think you're right.
Sam agrees.
All right. Would it be better if we give him, like, just 2 days and we do it
No!
Wednesday?
2 days to improve it, if it's bad.
There would be some kind of anticipation.
Nobody would
by
care.
you and I and Ann and the listeners.
We'll totally forget about it and blow it off.
We would be anticipating, what is he going to do? What is he going to do?
We would completely forget about
We'd
it.
forget
It would
about
never
it.
happen.
We'll forget about it. We forget everything.
All right. Why don't we continue with Baxter the Polka Monster?
Yay.
Jocktober. Practice your morning zoo laugh at home, everyone.
Now, Baxter the Polka Monster,
Yeah.
you have to watch out for him. He has an accordion.
Oh, God.
Shit.
Which is
And
obvious.
he knows how to use it, right, Sam?
Yes, it's obvious that he's playing the accordion. It's not some kind of track that they have or something.
Oh, because he plays it sloppily.
He
is
plays
that the
it.
deal?
It couldn't be.
Really.
He's crazy.
So
he's nuts.
You'd have to be in this madhouse.
This is just insane.
He's a polka monster.
You're in pretty good shape when you were a baby.
Oh, yeah. Then I took a liking to Slim Jims. Yeah, all right.
Then I what?
He took a liking to Slim Jims.
What is with these fucking meat product jokes?
Enough about the meat product.
Do they like anything that isn't an unhealthy, spicy meat product?
What the fuck?
Well,
terrible.
Baxter the Polka Monster is ushering in a contest for the listeners to call up.
Yeah.
And you guys should really hear the type of prizes that this radio show gives away.
I guarantee they have better prizes than us.
Yeah.
As much as I'm sure we'll make fun of that too, because we have to make fun of everything because we're a bunch of fucking assholes. But I bet you they have better prizes.
First prize is a radio that doesn't pick up that station.
You're in pretty good shape when you were a baby.
Oh, yeah. Then I took a liking to Slim Jims. Yeah, all right.
Apparently.
Oh,
So you got the accordion, I say.
oh yeah. Yep. Hey.
You never go very far without it.
No, I
Do you
don't.
find, does it help you with your sales calls? Do the people enjoy the?
He's a sales guy.
Mm-hmm.
Baxter, the Polka Monster, is a sales guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he does this on the side. Holy crap. And hold on, I'm getting more intel from this station. Aaron, it looks like Aaron. What's up? You're in Maine there. What do you got?
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
The promos that they play on the television around here are older gentlemen, regular Mainers, reading classic rock lyrics like it's poetry. Like, she was a fast machine. She kept her motor clean. And then they cut to a guy in front of a big cow barn, and he's going, ooh, that smell.
You're laughing.
It's terrible, dude. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is local. Awesome.
And then the radio station logo pops on the screen.
Oh, it's the scary
The
thing.
Rock and Roll Morning Show.
That's another package commercial that they shop around.
Oh, really?
That's definitely been used for
That's
many,
everywhere?
many rock stations.
What has?
That exact commercial.
Oh, they have package commercials?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yes.
If you see a local radio station commercial, yeah, that's done in other markets.
Wait, do they shoot it there, or they
Dude,
do
they
it?
fly all the morning shows into one studio for a weekend or whatever, and they just take turns doing the exact same
They have
commercial.
the same script.
Yeah.
And they just usher in all the
They
different
just change the
morning
call
zoos.
letters.
And you wonder.
So that they don't even have originality as far as selling their own morning show or their own radio station.
You wonder why radio is dying and shit, and why people took some kind of an interest in satellite. That's why. What a bunch of uncreative, fucking dopey suits, like Oedipus called it with BCN. It's a bunch of dumb suits making decisions who are not fireable, and that's what you get.
Yeah.
Shit.
If you're going to do a local commercial, I mean, we've done a few over the years. I mean, whether they were good or not, that's up to you guys to decide. But at least we came up with original ideas and tried something, different.
No originality, just garbage.
Yeah.
They deserve what they get.
Can't even write their own commercial for their own morning show or their own radio station. Let's get into this Baxter the Polka Monster.
Do the people enjoy the
No,
accordion?
not really, but if I throw it on my back, it weighs me out a little bit. Yep, all right. Yep, balances, the front and back.
I see. All right. All right. What's the Baxter package today, Baxter?
Well, speaking of Slim Jim, in honor of the Polka Monster, we've got the monster size Slim Jim.
It is a big Slim Jim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like
Is Slim Jim a sponsor?
The winner of the contest
Right.
will win a Slim Jim.
A monster Slim Jim.
A large Slim Jim.
With a big head on it and 2 balls.
Oh, wait, that's the prize? Is a monster Slim Jim for
I mean,
real?
it's a prize package, so don't be too quick to judge.
Big Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
just
That's
like
a lot of
Baxter.
chew there.
Big can of Monster Energy drink from Maine Distributors. Also, a Humpty Dumpty potato chip bag from
wow.
Snack Right Distributors, and a WKIT chip whip refrigerator magnet.
There's chips. There's
All right.
all kinds of stuff. To win, all you got to do is correctly identify whatever the tune is that Baxter's going to play for us on the old squeeze box today.
Hopefully taps.
They called it the squeeze box.
Yeah. So the winner of the contest gets Slim Jim, a bag of potato chips, one can of energy drink,
And a fucking refrigerator magnet, with their dumb logo on it. Yes. So you can lose your appetite.
Are they trying to get outrageous by having a weird prize package?
I don't know what their plan is, but Baxter is the weird one. Baxter's the crazy one. Did you hear him in the background going what?
He's got a weird voice.
He's quirky.
All you need is a weird voice on the radio. Then you just make a character name.
I'd rather win.
Make sure E-Rock's character that he's working on right now has a weird voice.
Okay. I'll talk to him a lot during commercials and maybe coach him a little bit.
All right, very good. So here's Baxter performing the mystery song. You got to figure out what he's playing on the fucking
squeeze box.
Squeeze box.
You ready, Baxter?
Yep, I am.
Yeah?
Go easy. Good boy. 990-3100, 1-800-28. Oh, there was somebody on there. They quit. Yeah, Baxter's got some chips. He's got a slip.
Were they surprised that someone actually called for
One
the contest?
person.
You hear that? They were all excited because they had one person on the phone line for the contest.
The new Vince Vaughn movie trailer. That looks fucking funny, man. The couples, they go on vacation, nothing works out.
It's called couples retreat, Jimmy.
It's gonna be good.
Because the couples have probably some problems that they're gonna work out.
Oh my, sorry, man.
They get to go to a Caribbean island and work on their problems, Jimmy.
Oh my, what's gonna happen on that one, man? That looks good.
It's gonna get crazy, right? You think someone's gonna get a bad sunburn?
Something's gonna happen, with a good-looking guy does something with the wife. Who knows? So the song, I didn't understand the.
You have to try to guess. It's so hard to understand an accordion. You have to guess what song could it possibly be.
Oh.
And then you call.
Wait,
radio.
Danny figured it out?
Of course. I mean, it's if you listen to it again with that in mind, it's
not a very hard contest.
No.
Is it a show?
I couldn't figure it out.
No,
I couldn't either.
If you listen again with that in mind, it's extremely.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The song is called "This Program Sucks."
Yeah, let me go back slightly. Nothing? I liked it.
Had potential.
Go easy. 990-3100, 1-800-28. Oh, there was somebody on there. They quit. Yeah, Baxter's got some chips. He's got a Slim Jim. He's got a magnet. What else?
Boy, Slim Jim, Monster Energy drink.
They are, there we go.
Wait, what?
No, they quit on you. They don't like you anymore, Baxter. I guess they liked it better when they thought I was you.
Yep, good enough. Yep, you were much better looking.
They're actually sitting there waiting for a phone call.
Did I ever tell you what Scorch used to? We had 3 phone lines when I was working for Scorch.
Yeah.
And when he, off the air, he'd do his brain cell stimulator, which is a trivia question. And then he'd wait and see if the phones lit up. And off the air, if all 3 phone lines lit up, he would say, "Looky, looky, Miss Cookie." Every time. He'd go, "Ooh, looky, looky, Miss Cookie."
He got excited because all 3
he got 3 people called.
Looky, Miss Cookie.
Yes. I mean, it's in small market radio, it's very exciting when a person calls because it means someone is listening.
You know how sad this show is right now as they sit there hoping that someone calls?
They pick up the phone.
They give a shit about their crap that they're doing.
Please, Ken, I have to hear more of this.
All right.
What happened with Baxter? I like Baxter. He's better than Drifty.
Well, someone wins the bag of chips and the Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Yes, we find out here.
Oh, boy.
It's 20 minutes after 8 o'clock. WKIT, you know what the song is there?
Hello?
Hello, what was the song that Baxter played for us today?
Is Phil Collins?
Yeah?
Tonight?
In the air tonight. That's right there. Who's this on the phone?
This is Keith.
Keith, what are you doing today?
I am on my way back to the eye doctor. I had cataract surgery yesterday.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Well, look, we got just the stuff for you while you're recuperating.
They had to find a guy that had cataract surgery to give a shit about what they're doing.
Wow. Only because he can't leave the house. His eyes are fucking got bandages on them, so he's stuck there listening to the radio.
Right. And then, of course, they got to play the song right afterward, and they got to fucking play the song as they're still talking to the guy. Ugh.
On my way back to the eye doctor. I had cataract surgery yesterday.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Well, look, we got just the stuff for you while you're recuperating. We got all kinds of food and Slim Jim and chips and magnets and whatnot, and I'll even send Baxter over to bring them to you.
Yep. Yeah, your eyes will be watering then, let me tell you. All right.
Yikes. Hang on. We'll send you up to your prize. Baxter, get out of here.
No. Can I see what these guys look like, Danny? If there are photos of them?
There's just cartoon photos on the website.
We could Google their names. There's got to be a photo somewhere.
Mark the Shark.
Mark the Shark and Bobby Russell. There you go. That's today's Jocktober.
Yeah. What a celebration.
We got to meet Marley, Drifty, and Baxter the Pokemonster. What do we got for tomorrow there, Sam?
I was listening to a show. I was deciding what to do next, and there was somebody tipped me off to a show down in Florida.
Florida?
Yeah. It's a morning zoo type show.
What town?
I'm not quite sure. I'll have that information tomorrow. But this morning, you know how Perez Hilton goes on every radio show, like he sends them a package?
Yeah.
Like he sends him audio, and they play it as if he's
in studio.
Does he do that?
Yes.
Ew, what the fuck? What the fuck is with everybody being so phony? No wonder the radio stinks. So he'll send out a package and have like fake interviews set up?
Perez Hilton sends a gossip report out to like 100 different radio stations, and then they play it as if it's for them.
But why would anybody care what that fucking fruity asshole has to say? He's terrible.
Do they talk to the tape? Because that's a biggie in morning radio.
They
where you get celebrity interviews, Jimmy. We've never done the celebrity interview. I had to do one for a commercial, and you heard the outtakes. I was beyond pissed, and the company basically threatened to fire me if I didn't do it because it was a big buy. And basically, I'd make believe I was talking to somebody. I never fucking talked to the person. I had to do my lines.
That was Roseanne, wasn't it? Or
I don't even remember anymore. I really
it might
don't.
have been you.
Was it Roseanne?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. And the outtakes, it's kind of a, it's a bit we played a few times, the outtakes, and it's all real. I was fucking pissed off. But, Jimmy, they send, like, celebrity interviews to morning shows. Let's say, all right, Vince Vaughn has a new movie out, right?
Oh, that is going to be a fucking good one, man. The couples, I was like, something's going to go wrong.
So, you can't get Vince Vaughn. We can't even get Vince Vaughn. So what they do is someone interviews Vince Vaughn in Hollywood, and then they farm it out, and you have all the Vince Vaughn answers, and then you play the part of the interviewer.
Yeah, last year
it's unbelievable, and Mancow is guilty of it. A lot of shows that did all right for themselves, sucked up and did this shit. And I refuse. We're like, it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
People are going to know that you're not talking to the actual guy.
Last year, Jocktober, I was on one of the prep service websites, and remember, I downloaded the answers to an Alan Alda interview.
Yeah, we fucked around with it. I do remember that. But the shows do it for real, though.
Can we get some more?
Why wouldn't you, as a morning show, if you're being offered that, why wouldn't you just now take the Vince Vaughn audio or whatever and just goof on it,
Make fun
fuck
of it.
around with it?
Well, in Florida, the woman was actually saying, "Oh, Perez is here." And she said, "Get out of here, Perez. We're not ready for you yet." Because when two queens are in the studio, they tend to butt heads. Because Perez, of course, is in Florida.
And you got this on tape? We're going to actually hear her go, "Perez, get out of here. We're not ready for you yet."
I listened to it before I came in here this morning.
Oh, my God. All right.
I'm putting every morning show on alert.
I
I'm
see
listening
that,
to all
Sam.
of you.
I see that. Let's see. Everyone's
That sounds like a lot of fun, Samuel, to do an interview like that. I'd certainly love to talk to some celebs.
Hey, Ted, you want to talk to some celebrities?
You bet I do, Gregory.
Yeah, who would you like to talk to?
Whoever's available, get him on the telephone.
Well,
I'm a very good interviewer.
Well, I'm sure after the break we'll have plenty of celebrities on the phone line, Ted.
I certainly hope so. Perhaps Samuel can dig one up.
I think we could get a few celebrities to call our show, Ted.
Do a lot of celebrities listen to this program?
Oh, boy, they sure do, Ted.
Oh, good. I hope that Drifty calls it. I actually enjoyed that.
You like Drifty?
Very funny, the jerky.
What was your favorite jerky in
I
the
don't know.
Drifty
The
bed?
skunk jerky was a little gross.
Yeah,
I had
was?
to walk out.
Yeah, it was too much for
Reminded
you?
me of my uncle's breath. He used to molest me when I was very young. He'd kiss me on the lips.
You're trying to say you ate old man jerky, Ted?
I didn't like it at all. His breath was always very sour.
What didn't you like about old man jerky?
He would hold my little head and just kiss me deeply and say, "Quiet, Teddy." I used to hate that. He had bad skunk breath from cigarettes.
Cigarettes and what?
Sardine oil.
Sardine
and warm
oil?
papaya juice in a can.
Was he a big drinker?
He certainly was. He drank whiskey out of a plastic cup.
Why out of a plastic cup?
I don't know. He didn't like to do dishes. He said dishes were for queers. And then he pinched my balls. Very roughly.
So I guess you had to wash a lot of dishes.
I certainly did. I had to wash paper dishes. I hated that. Because it'd get soggy and he'd punch me in the throat.
Why would you wash the paper dishes?
I don't know. He was a very thrifty older man.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Ted, we're going to get some celebrity interviews for you.
We certainly are.
Yeah.
I hope there's some celebrities in Denver this week at the Improv Friday, Saturday.
Well, why is that, Ted?
I don't know. Also, you can catch me appearing in Virginia Beach, October 15th through 17th, Buffalo, New York, October 23rd, and my Bayshore date is October 29th. Both shows are sold out.
Very, very
I apologize.
exciting. That's okay, Ted. You're going to be talking to some celebrities
Oh,
next.
good. I love celebrities.
All right, quick break. We'll be back.
Yes.
A little Kiss action, huh?
Finally nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as they fucking should have been years ago.
It's about time. Not a big fan of Kiss these days, but they certainly should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Jimmy.
I still love them.
That's okay. It's okay.
They're my boyhood heroes.
It's okay.
I was listening to fucking Kiss Dressed to Kill on the way in.
Yeah?
Yes, wonderful. Great album.
Sam's outside the studio because he's causing more problems. He's working with E-Rock because E-Rock has to be a brand new morning show character for us. I mean, that radio show we were just listening to, they have Baxter the Polka Monster. They got Drifty. What's wrong, Sam? Hold on, Sam. There seems to be a problem, Sam. What's the problem?
E-Rock is being a spoil sport.
Why?
E-Rock, go outside the studio, please. I got to talk to Sam first. E-Rock does not look happy, Sam.
He's really upset.
What did we set up before the break?
Well, we heard from Drifty and from Baxter the Polka Monster.
Yeah.
So you said that you guys needed a character like that, like a Morning Zoo type character.
Correct.
And that maybe it was time that E-Rock finally contributed something to the show.
Finally.
That's what you guys said.
He's only been working for 5 years.
Yeah.
Jesus. He's a veteran at this point.
And that he should, with 15 minutes notice, come up with a character and a routine for right after the break.
Okay, so I saw that we come back from break, the door opens, you come running in because you're just motivated all the time, Sam.
Yeah, I don't see why that's not doable.
And then E-Rock was following right behind you, and he looked miserable.
Well, he said he's trying to get work done. He doesn't have any material. He doesn't have a character. And there's no reason to do this.
Why is Danny shaking his head?
Because Eric always, the minute Eric doesn't want to do something, he's magically busy. But then, like, you know, when you ask him what work he's doing, you know, there's none there because he's always in here every commercial break, just hanging around. I mean, how many times is he gonna during a break, which is like 8-9 minutes long? I've seen Eric just come in here and stand here, not saying a word for 9 minutes. He just comes in here and stands here.
Can Eric come in as E-Rock? And then we'll send him back out to be the character because he really wants to defend himself.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
He's busy. You should just let him work.
I said maybe his character should be Whiny McWines a lot.
We're taking you inside the show right now. So Sam came to you and said,
Yes.
E-Rock.
I come out of the bathroom and then he explains what you need me to do.
Right.
I don't have any material or a character concept yet, except for what
you heard what we just played. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So
just come up with a silly voice, a character name, and that's it.
And go.
So I was like, all right, I'll come up with something. And Sam goes, no, you got to go do it now. Come up with something off the top of your head. So I'll do it. I just didn't have anything like ready to go.
You don't want us to suggest it for you.
Yeah, that would be bad. And Danny's saying you're not really busy.
He said
because your excuse is that you're busy to get out of
I didn't
things.
say I didn't want to do this. I said I don't have anything right now.
Yeah, but I said that you said you were trying to get some work done, and Danny said
I never told you that.
So you're not getting work done today?
No, I am, but I didn't say that was
so
the
you are
excuse
getting
for
work
why
done.
not to do
Danny
this.
is saying that you don't have any work to do.
No, I have plenty to do.
How about this?
Sam is secretly working for somebody else. You're just trying to break up this whole show, aren't you?
I don't have to try very hard.
How about this? If you don't want to come up with an idea, how about this?
He's got the idea, though.
What's your idea?
No, don't say it.
I say your name should be Blubber McGillicuddy. And your whole thing is you're talking in a weird voice and you try to smuggle different chocolates in your pocket.
And you got to come in here with just your mouth full.
Yeah, and talk about the different chocolates to make them all funny.
Because Drifty started his character with his mouth full.
Yeah, this is Hershey.
Did you come up with a character under the gun?
No, I was informed of what my character is to be.
And you got the voice?
I guess based on
right.
what was demonstrated.
Go back outside the studio.
Yeah.
And how do we introduce him? Does he have like music or anything, Sam?
I guess Rage, right? The Street Fighting Man should be his music, I think.
Why?
Because he's representing the show. Like he's like the show mascot.
He doesn't deserve good walkout music.
What's that song?
How about the fucking elephant music?
I was going to say that too. The elephant walk.
Yeah. That's
Whatever the
his
fuck
music.
it is. We got some humiliating music for E-Rock is what we're getting at, Travis.
We got it? Okay, we got it.
All right, let
Bring
me
him
hear.
in.
Wait. All right, good. All right, look, we're developing as we go. This is great. Hold on. Stop the music. Because we got to intro him.
Yeah.
And then the music starts. And then the radio listener gets excited because here comes their favorite character.
What's his name?
They've been waiting all week for their favorite character.
What's his name?
Well, the name that Eric and I agreed upon was...
E-Rock's throwing his hands up again.
Here comes the man himself. Well, not the man. Here he comes, the Opie and Anthony Virus.
Oh, he's like a mascot.
Yes. Oof.
And then what do I talk to him about?
How he's infecting us with hilarity.
All right, why don't you introduce him, Sam?
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Opie and Anthony Virus.
Oh, well, this is unexpected. Hi, Virus. How are you this morning?
Hi, I'm the Opie and Anthony Virus, and I'm here to infect you with hilarity.
Wow, that's crazy, Virus. Jimmy, will you at least play along?
I can't look at him.
You want to start over?
No.
No.
So, Virus, why don't you infect us with some hilarity?
I don't have any because Sam didn't give me time.
That's funny.
Oh, Virus sounds like an
crazy.
old Negro.
Oh, hey,
So what else you got, Virus?
That's it, Jimmy.
Cha-cha-cha. Oof.
But you didn't infect us with any hilarity.
Because I didn't have prep time. I was in the bathroom.
But Virus, you're supposed to infect us with hilarity. Jimmy, were you infected with any hilarity?
I most certainly was not. Oof. His name should be Chilio, infecting those with douche chills.
Do you want to go work on some material?
So you're in the bathroom, Virus? Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, let's get to know Virus. Sam, stop.
Yes, Jimmy, I was in the bathroom. Apparently, the food I ate infected me bad because it came out as shards of red clay.
That was very funny. I enjoy a good red clay joke.
Ted.
Yes.
You like hilarity? You like Virus?
I certainly do, Gregory. He's
Is
funny.
he-
He brings a new element to the program.
Is he infecting you with
He
some
certainly
hilarity?
is.
Yeah?
Yes. Apparently, he stores all the viruses in his neck. Sorry.
Well, go ahead, Virus. Ted's enjoying it. Make Ted laugh.
Please.
I think the virus needs to go and write more material.
That's very good.
You like that, Ted?
Yeah, I certainly do.
How about write any material?
Yeah. Good point, Daniel.
Where's your character, Daniel?
It's a very compelling question, Mr. Virus. Daniel, have you a response?
My response is I'm not the one that was asked to come up with a character, Eric.
Oh!
I mean, Virus. Wow.
Doug in Salt Lake City is calling Virus. He's got a new name. He sounds like. Hold on.
He sounds like Bobcat Goldthwait.
Well, yeah, but he changed the name to Bobcat Overweight.
Fat Man Crothers. Sorry.
Do we say goodbye to him now, Sam? How does this end?
He's got more in him.
Oh, he
Yeah,
does?
I think so,
that's
too.
good to hear. All right, Virus. What else you got this
Come on,
morning?
Virey.
No,
We heard
Sam's
about your
sadly
shit.
mistaken. The virus has to go and infect others with the hilarity of the Opie and Anthony show.
No, there's nothing
Thank
more
you all.
important. No, there's
I will see you tomorrow at the same time.
No, there's
The
nothing.
Opie and Anthony virus,
There's
everyone.
nothing more important than us right now because we're live. Make sure he doesn't leave, Sam. Sam, make sure he doesn't leave.
Nah, he's busy. He's got to start planning next Thanksgiving's worth of.
Oh. Jimmy's covering. Jimmy is covering his face. Sam's trying to hold the rock back. Why is Virus leaving the studio, Sam?
He must want to be reintroduced.
Oh, all right. Tell him to like riff off the news. There's a lot of stuff. There's
talk about
Letterman stuff.
Letterman. Talk
There's
about John and Kate. Plus,
the John Gosselin story where he took.
Rick. Come on in.
All right, good. All right. Oh, he's willing to do this. This is very good news.
He
All
said
right.
he'd do it.
yeah, riff off the
All right.
newspaper.
Reintroduce Virus.
Sam.
Here you go.
We'll give him a minute outside
Yep, to
to
riff.
prepare.
Okay.
He's got 1 minute from right now. Yeah, the John Gosselin story, just quickly. Turns out he had a joint account with Kate.
Yep.
He left her with $1,000.
Good.
He cleaned out their fucking joint bank account.
Oh, good. What is she going to do with it?
Several $100,000. And guess what? She ain't getting that back. That's exactly what happened to Anthony. You got a joint account, and one of the people decides to take the money and run. There's nothing you can do about it.
Man, he had
In
that-
the end, he could maybe try to be a good guy and give some of it back, but he doesn't have to give her a cent back. Cleaned her out. Left her with $1,000. He took hundreds of thousands. So
He was so tired of her bitching at him.
I have a feeling we had something to do with it because we really brought it to everyone's attention big time, over the top. Yeah, it got to him. He even said his new woman doesn't bitch like Kate does. So, the minute's up though.
Oh,
All
well,
right. Why
then-
don't you reintroduce Virus? He's going to infect us with some hilarity, and we got his theme music and everything. Go ahead, Sam.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here to give you today's headlines with a twist, infecting us all with hilarity. It's the Opie and Anthony virus.
Sam, the door's not opening.
Virus.
Here comes. Look, when other morning shows do this, there's an excitement when they introduce the character.
It's also scripted.
All right, Ted, you ready?
I certainly am. I'm looking forward to this installation.
All right, here's the virus.
Well, apparently a reggae star.
Yeah, chair.
Oh, poor Eric. He clumsily bumped into the chair, and it hit the sound machine like magic. That was very funny.
Well, speaking of funny, Ted,
He's very good.
a reggae star got slashed with a samurai sword in Brooklyn.
That's a good one.
Took my punchline.
What was the punchline?
That he got slashed. It was funny.
What do you mean? I didn't mean to ruin things.
Thanks, Ted.
I'm sorry. Go right ahead. You go. It's all about you.
Wait a minute. What was the punchline?
What was the punchline, Virus?
What was the punchline again, Virus?
That this reggae star got slashed with a samurai sword.
That's just the facts.
You're confusing
It's also
setup
funny.
and punchline.
What's the punchline? Ted, you like that one?
That was very good. Of course I did.
Ted's amused by the
I'm very
virus.
amused by the virus. It's mysterious. Spreads hilarity all over,
You like
Gregory.
that he's mysterious, right?
Yes, I do. This man spreads hilarity. He rips off the paper like nobody's business.
All right, more from hilarity. What's his name? Virus.
The virus,
The
you'll be the virus. He
Yeah.
spreads hilarity
He's-
wherever he goes.
Right, he spreads hilarity.
As a virus. Go ahead, we're all waiting with bated breath for the laughter to ensue. Oh, he's looking through every page of the paper. He probably has a dozen doozies lined up.
You're not going to find a joke in the Sudoku puzzle. Move back toward the front. David Letterman. What do you got on Letterman, Virus?
Well, apparently Mr. Letterman is fucking a lot of his staff.
That's a good one. He certainly is.
Ted, that wasn't the punchline, though. Here comes the punchline.
Oh, go right ahead. I apologize.
Yeah, the virus has the best punchlines in the business.
Go, virus.
Here comes the punchline.
There is no punchline.
There couldn't possibly not be a punchline.
Yeah. All right, now do the punchline.
Yeah.
Go. You're a guy who likes to be on the radio. Come on. Don't be afraid of outshining everybody. He's afraid he's going to outshine us.
And the punchline to the Letterman story. Virus.
There's no punchline.
Definitely a punchline.
Yeah, there has to be a punchline.
Yeah.
Virus has got nothing.
What's happening?
Hey, there's the setup again, just in case.
All right, there's the
you need it
setup.
again.
Apparently, Letterman.
Danny typed up the setup, so go backwards. Maybe something will happen.
Apparently, Letterman has been effing. I don't like to use dirty language. Has been effing a lot of his staff.
Comedy is not my strong suit.
You're called the virus.
Yes, neither is hard work or exercise.
But I'm here to promote, not to entertain.
You're called the virus where you infest us.
Spread.
What?
He's supposed
Infects us with laughter.
Yeah, he's supposed to spread hilarity.
Yeah, you're supposed to spread hilarity.
Hilarity.
So start spreading.
How about some hilarity, please?
Apparently, Letterman has been fucking a lot of his staff. Go.
Yeah.
Virus.
Go.
Nothing's coming.
His face is ruby red. He's as ashamed as he should be. Are you embarrassed?
Just a tad.
Dennis from Jersey suggests that by punchline, there should be a line of people just punching him. You got to leave us with one fucking joke.
Yeah. How about
virus?
this?
You also have to give the virus more time.
Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski. That's
Go.
an easy one.
Banged a 13-year-old, arrested. That's all I know.
Stop reporting.
You're not a newsman.
Yeah, stop being a newsman.
I'm not a comic either.
But your name is called.
Apparently, you are a tuberculosis patient.
Just one punchline.
God, you can do it.
Go ahead. Roman Polanski.
Go. Roman.
And go.
Go.
All right. And you
go.
How about the Olympics? Rio's got them. 2016.
Yeah.
What do you got on that? Virus?
Nothing. Nothing.
Come on, virus. Let's have a punchline.
Let's go. One
Roman
punchline.
Polanski, come on. You say something funny. It doesn't have to be a punchline, but something funny about it.
Yeah. He likes the young girls.
Yeah. Puts it in their butts.
Maybe make some kind of like joke about, I don't know.
Comedy gold.
Preschool.
Yeah.
Halloween's around the corner. Roman Polanski, Halloween. There might be something there.
Yes.
Nothing.
How about he's going to dress his penis up like candy?
I think the virus's throat is closed out.
Danny, you got something to say about that?
Come on, virus.
I think everybody does.
Danny knows why the virus is cranky, I think.
Why?
Why is he cranky?
Why, Dan?
Virus was infecting wrestling fans last night at the big pay-per-view.
What do you mean? You went to the pay-per-view?
Sure did.
Where was the pay-per-view?
It was in Newark. It's a Prudential Center. Hell in a Cell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you tired from Hell in a Cell there?
No, I'm fine.
All right, well, how about a punchline about the wrestling?
Yeah, there you go. Little wrestling punchline.
Wrestling
Here
humor.
we go. In 3, 2, 1. Cue the virus. One punchline, you get to leave. It's as simple
It
as
could
that.
just be an anecdote
Right.
or an amusing thought.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a punchline.
Scott is suggesting that he'd rather have the herpes virus than listen to this. One punchline.
Just something amusing. An anecdote of some sort.
We gave you some good topics.
Yeah, Roman Polanski.
Did you hear about Roman Polanski?
Yeah, you got some kind of trouble.
Start with that.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Roman Polanski?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Do that at least.
Did you hear about Roman Polanski?
Yes, we did.
yeah,
What do you got on
Yep.
it?
Not a lot.
Oh, my God.
He's even typing it out for you. The setups. One punchline. Arr.
Hammer.
Make Ted laugh.
You can do it.
Come on.
I have faith in you.
There's nothing I can do with this.
You broke character. You
Who's
never
talking?
break character
I don't
on a
know. I
morning
recognize
show.
that voice.
Talking.
No, I don't recognize that.
One punchline. You want to go back to David Letterman?
No. I'd like to go back to the office.
Why does he have to call? Do you want us to feel sorry for you and
No.
say, all right, leave? Because that ain't happening. One punchline. Jimmy, you got another topic for him?
Oh, we had John and K plus 8. We
Yeah,
had
John
David.
and K plus 8. There you go. A guy that
Come on.
has 8 kids.
Took hundreds of thousands of dollars out of his wife's bank account.
Dating again.
Dating again. Left her with $1,000. Go.
Getting a lot of pussy out there.
What
A
do
lot
you
of
got?
pussy. What do you got? Let's go, Virus.
Go.
Start with, did you hear about John and K plus 8?
Did you hear about John Gosling?
Hear about John and K plus 8?
No, what do you got?
Yeah, what do you got on that?
Just something amusing.
Well, you heard the divorce. You heard he's fired from the show. So now he's free to start dating the Octomom.
The music just stopped. He just threw the microphone. This is how it's supposed to go.
Look, the microphone just hung
differently.
itself.
Yes. It's the Octobomb.
One punchline. We're only asking for one.
But that was at least in the right direction. Tied in with another topical show.
Ted, did you like that one?
Yes, I did. The Octobomb was very funny, Gregory. I'm a fan. It's my favorite character. I still prefer Drifty.
Are we done with the virus?
No, I say one good one.
Oh, the music is back. That means we're not done with you. One punchline. We're playing a game called One Punchline.
Just give us something.
One lousy punchline.
Spread some laughter.
What else we got going on?
Yeah, what else is in the news? Let's see.
You got some good comedy on sports? Baseball fan? Virus? Why are you looking at me?
Yeah, John clears out. How about you? Don't want to do Polanski? How about that?
How about the man arrested for filming Erin Andrews through the hotel peephole?
There you go.
The ESPN bro.
Oh, they arrested someone?
Oh, yeah.
Who was it? Oh, USP, an insurance guy.
Virus.
All right, here comes the virus. Back to the microphone.
Hey, did you hear about Erin Andrews?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, what's up with that?
They arrested the guy taping her
Fuck.
They arrested the guy who was videotaping her.
Yeah? Here comes the punchline. One punchline. One lousy punchline. The setup was beautiful. Did you hear about it? We go, what? You got our attention. Here we go. One punchline.
Nothing.
Should we just turn off the music? Travis, turn off the music. This isn't fun anymore. Ted, Jimmy.
We're just looking now at a man who's remarkably ashamed.
He could possibly go home and kill himself. That is a real possibility today.
Just do it in character.
One punchline.
What do you think of this guy videotaping Erin Andrews?
You had time to think about it.
Yeah, come on.
Peephole.
You're the one that wanted to do this.
You came up with the virus.
You came up with the virus.
No, that was
Affecting
a
us
Sam
with
creation.
Can't hear,
clarity.
I don't know who you are.
No, that was Sam's idea.
Hey, go. I like when he talks. He sounds gruff.
All right. One punchline. That's all we ask.
Yep.
One lousy punchline. How about the 80-year-old man beaten during a home invasion, then shot later in week learning about guns?
Yeah, how about that?
And go.
Go. What do you got?
Start with, did he hear?
You're on.
Did you hear about the 80-year-old man
Yes,
who
we
had
did.
a home invasion?
Yes.
What happened to him?
He was shot a week later while
How's
he was
he-
trying to learn about guns.
Yes. What's
Yeah.
funny about that? It's tragic.
And here comes the punchline. This is where you hear Jay. They go, yeah, you hear about the guy? And then punch
Yeah, the guy was hold the gun and shot me.
Yeah. And here comes the punchline. Playing
Go.
one punchline.
Come on, you got a good one.
Perhaps he was shot trying to get into Anthony's house.
I don't even want to play anymore.
Thank you.
Ted,
What's that?
were you listening?
Of course I was. I enjoyed that.
You like that one too?
Yes, Anthony's a drunkard. He probably shot viruses.
We got people that have punchlines for you. David.
Yeah.
Hey.
Here, I got a couple. How about the one for Letterman? Yeah, now his intern is as late as his show.
Huh?
He fucked his intern. Now she's as late as his show.
See? Yeah.
I got one for the 80-year-old man, too.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, now the old man doesn't have to wait to go to the nursing home to be abused.
Huh? All right, do the Letterman one so we can get out of the bit. You got the Letterman one?
Come
All
on.
right, all right, start up Virus's music. One punchline. Here it comes.
Hey, did you hear Letterman is fucking people he works for? No!
Fucking people he works for? No, that's you. Eric is fucking people he works for.
Boy, is he.
No, I didn't hear that Letterman was fucking Les Moonves.
I'll make sure I tell Les next time I talk to him.
So Letterman's fucking people he works for. All right, Virus, so what? You tripped a little bit. Why don't you
right.
get back on that bike?
He's so red.
He should be.
Looks like he ran a marathon.
Go ahead.
So apparently, Letterman's been fucking a lot of his staff.
Yeah, one of the girls late with her
that's
period.
crazy, Virus. What do you got on that? Here comes the punchline.
Good.
So now,
Girls, he's on 11:30, right?
his interns
She said she had a period, but it didn't come on time. Go ahead.
are as late as his show.
Nah, it's so good.
His intern. What? Oh, yeah, I don't get that.
Well, how was she late? What's that got to do with her getting to work on time?
Yeah, what kind of joke was that? Danny?
I don't know, it takes 6 years to get your period? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's true. It was 6 years ago.
Yeah. They would have had a kid by now.
Probably.
Kindergarten, possibly.
No one's period is 6 years late.
Right.
Ever.
Kid would be like 5 years old already.
No one has that type of a gestation period for semen. No guy is worried after 6 years that she might still be pregnant.
One punchline.
Just one.
Just one.
Just be, you're a funny guy.
Really?
Yeah.
He's just slamming. Morning radio is supposed to be fun, Virus. You shouldn't be slamming things around.
Morning radio also has a prep service and a lot of scripting.
Why the cough?
Virus is having a hard time breathing.
Why?
Because he's choking to 2 countries right now.
I think Virus tried to sneak one in there.
Yeah. Are we done?
Yeah. I miss Tank.
Yeah, where's Tank Hankeris when you need him? When you get Tank Hankeris to come barging in the studio and he drags Virus out of here. That's a perfect ending to this. For the old school listeners, and they enjoy a good Tank Hankeris.
Tank Hankeris.
Sound effects. We learned that from this fucking rock and roll morning show. So you got to get the door crashing open and whatnot.
Come on, Tank.
Oh my gosh, look who it is!
Oh my God, this is crazy!
Enough of this bullshit.
Tank Hankeris, everyone. What's up, Tank?
What's up, guys? Been a long time.
You've been listening to the show?
It's fucking horrible.
It's horrible? Why is it horrible, Tank?
This guy sucks ass.
Which guy, Tank?
This character talking now and the character that was talking before. So I'm here to let you all guys do what you do and funny shit. We're going to take a break. I'm going to get this purple faggot out of here, and we're going to enjoy the rest of the show.
Virus is purple.
It's purple.
But what does the virus have to say about that?
Virus is gonna have to go and spread more hilarity tomorrow.
But wouldn't the virus be scared of Tank?
Yeah, aren't you scared of Tank? He's a scary dude. He's on
That
the
is.
roids. How about you act scared?
Ooh, I'm scared. All right, I have to go. My time is up, and this guy is dragging me out now. So I will talk to you later.
Which guy?
Tank Anchorage.
Fucking slam.
I loved his cough.
What the fuck?
Oh, he's punching stuff.
Oh, is he really?
Why is he punching?
Not lines.
Sam, go find out
Finish.
why E-Rock is punching stuff.
Exactly. Besides the fact he just punched the listeners in the ears.
Gary in Texas. E-Rock isn't a comedian. Really?
We understand that, Gary.
Really?
That was the fun part of it, you dope.
You boob.
Yeah.
Call him a boob.
Way to get it, Gary, you boob.
Gary.
Yeah, he missed his true calling as a missionary because I've found Jesus and I'm begging him for ear cancer right now.
Comedy's tough.
Oof, that hurt.
What was your favorite part? The coughing? He wanted us to feel sorry for him. All right.
It was his fucking, his complete. He was like a little berry floating in a bowl of shame. He was so ashamed. It was every confirmation that he's just fat neck who wasn't funny when he was a kid. Every time he tried to be funny, people would be nice because his dad had money, but they would want to tell him to shut up. Little Florida friends hand him. Or the time he tried to crack jokes and no one would laugh.
Oh my God.
Poor E-Rock.
I think that kind of worked. One punchline. All we want is
Oh.
one. We have to bring him back.
Of course we do.
Because his whole excuse was he didn't have enough time to prepare. That was the wrong thing to say to us.
Tomorrow he comes.
Because now we're going to go, all right, you come back tomorrow prepared. Right?
100% with you.
I don't care if he buys a fucking joke book overnight.
He won't.
No?
No.
All right. Dave said we wasted his 20-minute drive into work. That's a shame.
Dave, that's not true. There's a lot of laughs there.
That's a shame.
Eric wasted them.
Sam's coming back. Sam's wearing a purple hoodie, so I noticed that.
Maybe that's what E-Rock meant with the purple faggot.
Yeah. Sam, what do you got? 1 minute. All right. He's talking to E-Rock. Is E-Rock all right?
Oh, I hope right now he's fucking taking a diamond and cutting a big circle on that window.
Danny?
I don't know. All I could see, because I'm at an angle here, so I could kind of see down this other hall. I just saw him. He kind of walked angrily and just punched the wall.
Why is he punching the wall?
I
It
don't
worked
know. I
perfectly.
guess he's mad.
It worked perfectly where we sit.
Exactly. Killed 20 minutes and he's humiliated.
We would have been pissed if he had a good punchline. What's up, Sam?
First of all, the door, which we slammed, is making a new sound when it opens and closes that it never made before.
And the listeners hate hearing that door open during the show. I read about that from time to time.
Second of all, E-Rock is contemplating something as he looks out the 36-story window.
Yeah.
And he hurt his hand and won't tell me what he hit.
Wasn't a heavy bag. wasn't the gym.
What's wrong with him? Is he upset?
I said, "What's wrong? Why would you start punching things?" And he said, "Because I just ate my balls for 25 minutes."
All right. Let's get him back in here to talk for real. Tell him to talk for real.
Yeah.
We'll give him a chance. Tell me he doesn't have to be a character. That door's loud.
People are mad at us.
Why?
I see what happened.
What happened?
The hinge kind of got bent.
Oh, really?
In the slam, yeah.
Why are
it's
they
knocked
mad
on
at
the
us?
Top of the door.
But I don't know. I think they feel like we might have just wasted their time.
Well, can't argue. Look, what do you want? Ant's not here. Opus sick. He can't eat. He can't do anything.
I'm really sick, actually.
I'm tired.
And I can't fucking eat or drink if you're just tuning in because I'm getting some dumb. I'm just getting scoped today. No big deal.
Eric just said he's going to kill me.
Why are you going to kill Sam?
I'm gonna kill Sam.
What
I'm
happened?
pissed, but I'm
E-Rock,
not going to kill Sam.
explain what happened.
See, I just ate my balls for the last 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people had fun with it.
Yeah, nobody did.
I know. There were some people that kind of enjoyed it.
I can tell 4.
Yeah. I haven't laughed that hard in a while.
Were you embarrassed?
A little.
A little or a lot?
A little.
What was
A
the
little
worst
scared.
part?
I think the whole thing.
No, but
the whole thing.
His lips are all dry. Eric's so embarrassed. His lips have like teeth marks in them. Like, you know how you put your teeth in your lip? Why'd you punch the thing?
Oh, I was decompressing. I'm fine.
Why were you decompressing? You wrecked our
'Cause it-
door, man.
You broke.
You're going to fix the door now.
You slammed the door on your way out,
and now it doesn't
like
close
really
right.
hard, and so the hinge thing, you bent it, and so now the hinge hits the door when you open it.
All right, well,
Oh,
nice
sorry,
knowing
I
you.
didn't know that.
Yeah, they'll probably fire you for that.
Oh,
That
well.
sucks. Oh, well. And that's it, E-Rock? You did say if you had more time, so we're thinking about bringing back the virus.
Oh, great.
Oh, you said if you have more time.
24 hours?
Is 24 hours enough?
I suppose it'll have to be.
Well, let's be fair about it and give him all the same setups, and he just has to come in tomorrow with punchlines to the setups that he had today.
Ooh, I like that.
All right. See what I can come up with.
You didn't disappoint me, man. Stop giving me those eyes. I loved it. I fucking loved it.
Great.
He's looking around like he disappointed
It
everybody.
could be my favorite bit in the last 5 years. You coughing and suicidal.
Thanks. I know it's only Monday.
And then the big setup and just nothing but a blank look.
But I know it's only Monday, but there already is a favorite for #1 on Worst of the Week
Oh,
countdown this
shit.
week.
Oh,
Think
shit.
this bit's going to make it?
I think it might.
All right.
And Tank. And what a nice surprise, Tank, because we haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, it might be a little while before you hear from him again.
If anyone doesn't know that name came about because one time Eric was trying to say cantankerous, and he said Tank Hankerous. So it sounds like a fucking Morning Zoo character. There he was.
All right.
Bye, Eric.
Thanks. Bye, E-Rock. You're the door. It's going to make that sound every time.
Can you open it real quick?
Listen.
Oh, is that going to annoy everyone?
Do it one more time.
Like we're in the middle of something.
Just dumb interns coming in with coffee. You're going to have to hear it. Listen. Close it now.
Oh, it's terrible.
Terrible. All right, we got a few fans of the virus. RC in Missouri. RC.
Yes, I loved the virus. I liked his I got nothing.
I hope that people catch on and really enjoy the virus, so we force E-Rock to come in on a regular basis like that.
I agree.
All right, I think that's it for today.
Yeah, it's already 8:50.
We weren't even going to do a show today. Ann called in sick. I'm really sick. Bill Burr was supposed to come in. He's sick. On top of that, I can't eat or drink for 12 hours. I'm fucking losing my mind. And then Jimmy's farting. It's just... I think we did good. Jimmy, what are you promoting?
I just have a few things. You can get it off my MySpace. This weekend...
And where's E-Rock for real? What are we playing, E-Rock, next? He can't hear me?
October 9-10, Denver Improv.
Okay.
Virginia Funny Bone, October 15 through 17.
Okay, sir.
And Friday, October 23, Buffalo, New York. That's almost sold out. Bayshore, my date has moved to October 29th. And I know I'm in Boston in November, so just check the MySpace, Kenny, right?
Thanksgiving weekend.
Thanksgiving weekend, I'm in Boston doing Chicopee.
Really?
And I know the Boston, I'm only doing 2 shows. They're both selling very well.
In Boston?
Yeah, the 2 shows I'm doing in Boston. I'm also doing 2 in Chicopee.
Fucking A. That's awesome.
Yeah, I gotta go out.
Hey, Ope, talk shit about the Saints now. Fuck Sanchez for going at... well, he didn't mean to go after his knees. Come on, he's a rookie. Come on. You guys were the better team. I knew you were the better team going into it, but you know what? Young quarterback. I liked how the Jets looked against the Saints, for real. Fucking Sanchez panicked a little bit. had a few missteps. But in general, the team looked all right. We're okay with it. Not happy, but we're okay. We're 3-1. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, what happened with Rich Gannon? This is worth playing. Rich Gannon does not know the rules of football during the Bengals-Browns overtime game. By the way, I tweeted about this yesterday. Do we get the fucking red zone here in Manhattan?
I don't know.
No, Time Warner doesn't have it.
Motherfucker. You've heard about the red zone, Jimmy? You watch every game. One channel. As soon as a team is in the red zone, they flip to that game.
Wow.
And that's all you see. And then they show other highlights to just to, keep it going. It's the most amazing thing. I don't know how you watch just a regular football game anymore. They have it in Philly. I was out of my mind. We watched it for 5 straight hours before I had to head back to New York. Then I listened to the NFL coverage on Sirius XM for the second half of the Jets game. Just nothing but red zone plays.
Wow.
Over and over. And they're just popping around.
They're
Boom,
showing
boom.
replays too, right?
Yeah, I'm not a fantasy football player, but for the fantasy football guys, holy shit, it's
Right.
perfect. It's perfect. And Time Warner doesn't have it? That's unbelievable. We should have that. That should be everywhere. Great way to watch football. Anyway, the Bengals Browns, they go in overtime, and Rich Gannon, one of the announcers, was a little confused.
So Shane Graham will come on, trying to give the Bengals the victory and a 3-1 record here on the young season.
And I'm curious why they called a timeout with 7 seconds left. Because what's going to happen now is you're going to be forced to kick the ball off to Joshua Cribbs.
Well, no, it's over. You win.
Oh, that's right. What am I saying? I get so confused here at the end of the game. Thank you for the correction. We're in overtime.
Yeah, that's one of those things. He's thinking fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's all right.
I thought he said something stupid.
Yeah,
like
no,
if you miss, you
it's fine.
fucking just suck off the other team.
Ronnie B gets red zone through the internet? How do you do that? I'm going to figure that shit out immediately. Because then it's games you don't really give a shit about, but it's all action. You get hooked.
I have to tinkle, Gregory.
All right, yeah, we're out.
Good luck with your scoping.
Yeah, it should be all right. It's fucking acid reflux bullshit.
Yep.
Make sure there's no other. But the medicine's keeping it all down nice, so.
Yeah, if
you all right? You panicking over there?
My water bottle fell over.
Hopefully Ant will be back tomorrow. He didn't sound good, though.
No?
This might be a good sickness for him.
Oh.
We'll have some kind of show tomorrow. We'll fuck around again tomorrow.
Hope Ant right now is like on his side, miserable, just leaking from his asshole. Hope he's sharding.
He said his equilibrium was fucked up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Lightheaded. That's exactly what I got. Thanks, Bob Kelly. Bob Kelly started with the trout shit. We're calling it the trout flu. I got it. Ant's got it. Bill Burr's got it.
I was sick in Cincinnati, actually. You know what? I did get sick recently.
Really?
I was so fucking sick on the Friday night. I felt okay. I landed. I think I came in from L.A., and I landed, and I literally could almost not walk to the stage. I was so sick.
Really?
I was out of my mind fucking ill. It was terrible. I couldn't eat. I didn't puke, I don't think, right?
No. What, but then you came back strong?
I did my shows Friday night, but I literally was woozy.
How long were you sick?
24 hours.
Fucking A.
But I was really fucking
I
sick.
get it for 2 weeks every fucking time. I never get the 24-hour, 2-day thing.
That was awful. Forgot about that. All right.
They're saying the swine flu is hitting America as we speak. And by, I think, the end of this week or next week, heavy everywhere.
That's good. I'm on planes constantly. That's good. No one on a plane will have it.
It's a lot of people are going to get it, and a lot of people are going to be just fine.
Maybe I had it. Maybe that's what it was. 24-hour swine flu.
Kenny?
What do you think?
I got a flu shot last week.
Did you get the swine flu?
I asked my doctor. He said I'm not a good candidate for the swine flu.
Why?
I didn't ask him that.
Well, why wouldn't you follow that up so you could
Yeah,
give
no
other
kidding.
information, selfish?
No, they don't have enough.
Because you're dead?
They don't have enough vaccinations, so you have to be a good candidate. You got to be older or sick to begin with type ship.
Sickly.
The weaker ones are going to get it. The shots at first. That's what I'm hearing. They just didn't make enough. They were unprepared, obviously.
How long does it take them? Make more.
Just keep making it.
Yeah, a bunch of swine jizz.
Is this your new character, Kenny?
Yeah. Just called Kenny.
Yeah, I contribute.
Yeah, you do. Want to take us out with a song or something?
That's all, folks.
If you could see the smile, that's the worst part of this whole thing is the smile.
You think that's a fake smile?
No, it's very genuine.
You think he's just a happy boy?
Yes, that's a smile from his heart. He's a performer at heart.
His heart just smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we have nothing, obviously.
No.
We'll see you
We
guys
haven't
tomorrow.
since 6:40.
All right, man. Bye.